How old is the gyro compass? Is it 4 or 2,000 years old?
No, it was like 1908.
No,
So,
no.
so we can determine that back then it wasn't determined.
1941.
So it wasn't used to determine the shape or the movement of the Earth, correct?
No, it was not. It was used to stabilize a ship.
It has nothing to do with
gyro
stabilizing a ship.
Gyro compasses do not stabilize ships, Bob.
Correct.
What the hell are you talking about?
No,
that wasn't Bob.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Aaron?
That was
gyro compasses do not stabilize a ship, right?
Correct. That's absolutely correct. I never claimed that.
Yeah, you tell him, Aaron. You tell him, Aaron.
Bob just told.
Keep going.
Yep. Go
Bob
on.
just told the other guy. Yeah, it's used to stabilize a ship.
No, it was not. It was used to stabilize a ship. No, it was not. It was used to stabilize a ship.
Stop now.
No, Bob
that
didn't
was
say
me,
that.
Aaron. That was me, Aaron.
No, that was that's an utterly stupid statement. So obviously,
Sorry. Was that Travis that said that?
No.
Was that Travis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hey.
What is up, people? All right, so like I said, it says in the title, open panel, open topic. I didn't have anything planned, but I definitely feel like I needed to go live. So hey, I'm here. I was trying to get on Team Skeptics earlier. I don't know why the hell they're using that damn vMix. Makes them seem all cool, but that's all it is. Gimmicks, I tell you, gimmicks. What's up, Amy? What's up, Aaron? I see you. What's up, Digital? How do we know Aaron is drunk? What panel was he on? What's up, RT? What's up, Sean Hawkins? They and them, how you doing? What's up, Sean Smith? I'm going the opposite way. What's up, I noted. 77. Yep. I have it embedded over there. Actually, as we speak, I am actually doing the embedding over to TrueTube. That's going to be the other platform, and hope you enjoy. What else? Yep, and there it is, embedded already. What was I gonna say? So let me see what else is here. What up, Marty? What's up, Grizz? I'm happy to see you around, man. What's up, Terry? You old bat. I think that is it. I think that's it. If I missed your name, I apologize. I'm so sorry. What's up, Dave? I see you. All right, so that's it for now. Okay, so hey, what's up, Hannah? All right, so like I said, I open panel, same shit I always do. You know, got a couple backgrounds I wanted to use, but I don't know if I want to use them or not. Problem is, they're not set up for anything, so it'd be pointless to be using them. That's one I'm working on, and then the other one is this one. I like that one too. We'll use this one just for now, or once we get a panel. But for now, we're gonna go back to the old school one. I like it still. I still like it. All right. Damn, Fred, that hurts. All right, so like I said, I guess if I'm gonna have an open panel, I need to put the panel link in the fucking chat. That'd probably be a good idea, right? This is like my first time ever doing this. So. Let me see. The chat and wait for people to stop being loud, and then we can go. There we go. All right, so the link's out there. I'm not really sure what the lag is, how much lag there is, so that does play a part in how long that takes to get. Oh, let's see how drunk Aaron is. Hello, Aaron.
What's going on, Sean?
Hello, Terry. How you doing?
Hey.
What's up, Digital? How you doing?
Did I
Bring
was
him
I
on.
first?
Bring him on.
No, Aaron was first.
Aaron.
USA, number one.
You can't get out of a meet, but yet you can get in first. How's that work?
It took longer for the link to get through you know, through the underground cables, you know, when Sean sent it to you. So I was immediately first. That's how it happened, Terry.
I don't know. I think you cheated.
Of course, Aaron's cheater. Always cheater, once cheater, always cheater.
Is that my audio? Do I sound like someone's echoing?
Terry, you're fading back again.
You're echoing it, Terry. Turn your hearing aid down.
He is a Kiwi. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Terry, put your cane down. Put your cane down.
All right. So, gentlemen. Well, what's up, Sean? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Much better than yesterday, or not as high as it. I would like to apologize to all the nerds out there.
No, Sean, don't apologize.
I may have been extremely high last night,
dude,
and I do
don't
apologize.
No, fuck no. You host the show. You do what you do. We understand. Everything's okay, right?
Oh, dude, I outed the whole community of nerds last night.
Yeah, but you were the funniest bit.
Yeah, but Sean, here's the thing. Look, most of us are proud to be able to say that we know these things.
I just didn't know it existed. I didn't know you guys congregated somewhere else.
Oh, you're not so special now, Sean.
Oh, I know I'm not special. I just want... No, wait. If you guys are going to congregate somewhere else, I thought it was somewhere cool. I didn't know it was in Dorkland. I don't mind.
No, yeah. We are going to congregate somewhere. We're going over to Travis Finley's channel. You know, the Plain Truth? Yeah, because that sounds awesome.
Is that what you're doing?
That sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Is that what you're doing tonight? Is you're advertising Travis's web stream?
That sounds fucking awesome.
See you, Aaron. Bye.
You realize he's competing against Jose still, right? Stupid.
Yeah, yeah. It's UV TPT, right? The plain truth.
And everyone that comes
Right?
here,
Jose left.
and then everyone
Jose
that's,
left the
and then
fucking
everyone,
docket open.
listen, it's everyone that is here, that witnessed the observations that we broke down. You think they're gonna go over there in support of Travis? We all know he's lying. I'm just kidding.
Listen.
Hey, that was a joke.
I was
already told you.
stocky
I already think he's naive and doesn't understand he did what he's doing wrong.
I've already contacted him today saying, dude, you gotta fucking fill the pants, and you can't do it. You cannot fill those fucking pants of Jose. You can't do it. And Travis is like, yes, I can. I can just show. I can show my videos. I can show videos of Anakepa Islands. You know, I can do this.
Wow.
Like, no,
The
Travis.
same footage over and over and
Hey,
over.
Davos, yes.
You do realize, Aaron, that, and I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound very conceited, but it's more of a panel thing. You do realize that Travis's observations and how bad we broke those down almost crushed Flat Earth. Like, completely, like, the whole, like, right now, the argument's at a standstill as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, we just should just be digging away at their observations. And right now, they're like, it all works like you say it does, but obstruction isn't curvature. And they have nothing to back it with.
I would say that Travis is a great panel member for a host, but he's not going to be a host. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, are you saying that Travis isn't going to make it?
No. Yeah. Yeah. I told him that to his face tonight. Yeah. I called Travis and said, dude, you cannot edit videos all day long while these people are trying to talk when Jose passed the fucking underwear to you to carry on. And he's sitting there on his very first Sunday show where there's prime chance to, get people on, maybe to say, hey, what do you guys think? What should the show be? And he's just sitting there editing.
See, here's the thing.
I was like, Travis, stop it.
I knew right away, because this is what happens. I slid right in behind Jose at the perfect time for a reason. Because I've been around long enough to know when that time is. And if you're competing, not a good time. When what you want to do is you want to be the lull. So when Jose goes off, about an hour and a half, 2 hours after Jose, is when the normal person is done being sick of streams and ready to listen to another one. And I'm not going to say I got anywhere near Jose, but that's where the majority of the traffic is.
Oh, Chandra, yeah, we come to your
Travis should have been doing that before he decided, I'm going to start at 6 o'clock Eastern. Yeah. Or is it 6 o'clock Eastern? Because if it is, that is way too early. He's not
9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 a.m. in the morning, isn't it?
That's Irwin. He's not going to beat Irwin. This is another flat earther. See, he doesn't know what he needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
that's not a good time at all.
Look, Travis is my friend. I've told him this for the past week. If you're gonna take the fucking skid mark underpants from Jose, you gotta fucking do something with it. You gotta do something with it. Change it up. And already Travis is like, well, I just want to show videos of Anakepa.
But I already debunked that.
God damn it. I don't want to see that, Travis. I'm a flat earther. I don't want to see that.
No, you're not. You're not.
Well, but Sean, whether he is or isn't, Aaron's right. He sides with Travis on most points. But the fact that Aaron is saying he doesn't want to see that shit,
yeah,
they're saying something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, someone needs to talk to Travis because that time slot is a bad one. First of all, I don't compete. I'm not. First of all, do you realize this? There are no live streams on when I went on at around noonish. West Coast time, there is 0 streams on. Why do you think I was getting so many people? Why doesn't Travis do that?
Because you don't have a job, and neither do I. So I show up on your stream. Yeah.
Wait, what the hell?
Hang on.
Projecting much?
What? Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, like
You
when
show up at
Sean.
noon. You show up at noon on a fucking Wednesday. I'm there, right? Because I don't have a job.
Well, that's because I'm contract. I don't need to work like that.
That's right.
Yeah,
So am I.
yeah. He works.
That's right.
He works when he's required to work. He's not a 9 to 5.
Devils, yes. And I'm also self-employed, so yeah. It's funny how.
Or you have someone else doing the work.
Works out to be the same. Go ahead, Sean.
I said, or you have someone else doing the work.
Oh, give me about an hour.
That's true.
I'm gonna be so high again.
That was a good spliff, was it?
I just got a new vape pen.
Sean, the question is, can you get that high again? I mean, you were on one.
Of course you can.
I'm telling you
It
right
was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That was fun.
My girl just went outside to go to roll a blunt. I was gonna go smoke with her.
Damn,
Don't forget, Sean, when you get high, you'll see further.
Sean has a girl that smokes with him. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Dude, my lady won't drink with me. Yeah. She's just like, no, alcohol.
Go figure. I don't want to drink with you either, Aaron.
Well, wait a minute. After questions about everything and anything, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want to at that.
Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. Oh my god, this is gonna be an exclusive for you guys, right?
Is that why she tells you to go out to the shed? Go out to the shed and drink.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Oh my god, the next highlight. Oh, hit the button. Highlight clip. Done.
Isn't that ponage?
Hey, I'm sorry, Aaron. Hang on. Time out, guys. Aaron. I'm sorry.
Dude, Sean,
I don't know.
No,
I don't know what it is.
Don't say sorry.
I
It's
have
badass.
to, because here's the thing. So, and someone asked me this in Discord earlier today. They were like, "Is Aaron doing that on purpose?" I went, "No." And he goes, "Well, how come you're just doing Aaron clips?" I'm going, "He's the one that really just makes your brain go, what the fuck?" sometimes.
Yeah.
And I decided
kind of fucked it up.
I want to continue doing this because you're always gonna have highlight reels of yourself on every stream.
Okay, well,
but
pick out the good ones too, not only the bad ones where badmouth Bob for a comment that Travis said.
But okay, and I'll make a deal with you. I'm gonna make a deal with you. You give me one whole live stream on the panel with the real Aaron, and I'll stop doing them.
No. I want you to keep doing it. I'll let you do this. Yeah, no. We're not getting a one live stream, no nothing. Yeah. You've had live streams, okay?
Yeah.
Just cut them down.
I want the real Aaron without the troll.
Cut them down into pieces. Cut them down into pieces. When me and Barney were going one-on-one, that was a good one.
John, haven't you seen one of my shows when Aaron was on it, where he was where he was just playing the normal person?
Oh yeah. I have clips of it. The thing is I want to show everyone his troll until he starts acting like Aaron.
Hold on. Why does anybody care about Aaron?
Because your troll makes you look very.
Because you were first.
Yeah.
I'm first. Why, Terry? Terry, why?
You love Sean.
Yep, that's what it is.
Just a piece of advice: don't let your trolling go on as long as Spurs have, because then you'll have no way out.
Yeah, and then no one
I
will
am
respect
not
you.
Sean. Would you say I'm anything compared to Spurs?
No.
Well,
No.
Come on.
He's
that guy was fucking weird.
Aaron's not. Aaron's not inventing shit. I have lived through Spurs' sticky air. Has anyone heard of sticky air? No.
Non-pressure
Have been around
non-pressure.
long left. The only people that have heard of sticky air have been around for a while because that was one of
Yeah, he
his
went from
old ones.
sticky to dirty, didn't he?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Riley was the dirty. Spurs was the sticky.
No, it was
and
Spurs.
then there was a pressure and non-pressure.
That's how long
right?
you haven't been around, Aaron.
Don't you realise flat earthers copy off one another sometimes?
Yes.
What do you mean I haven't been around?
First of all, this is what you need to understand. Spurs is the one that they send out to put out all the bad ideas. And then Riley cleans it up with good science and quantum eraser and
What?
Nate.
What good? What's good about Riley's science?
Whoa! I meant in the flat Earth eyes. This is the ranking of them, guys. Relax, breathe it out, man. Fuck specific.
Okay.
No, but
get on with your story.
Guys,
sit down.
Don't
God
worry.
damn it.
Don't worry. Relative density is still specific gravity. Calm down.
Okay.
And then quantum eraser.
I'll explain it.
Yeah,
I'll explain it. Sean is just describing tactics, and Aaron is freaking awesome, and that's why him and I have this little back and forth. You know, I got a lot of respect for Aaron. I don't want anybody to get anything wrong. You know, I just want to let everybody know that. But yeah, Sean's just describing their tactics. You can follow it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
but
funny.
you can't say good science and Anthony Riley in the same sentence. It's just not allowed.
Well, I was under their guides. It only works if I tell you how they describe it. Otherwise, I'd only be rude, and I don't want to be rude.
I want to make up a new word for their science, like they've made up a new word for the atmospheric lensing and miraging.
Couch.
You say couch? Are you talking about things you need?
I was preempting Terry Davies. Answer. I was pre-density.
We're going to call their science couch.
I could see Terry saying couch just now. I see what you're saying.
Couch science.
How many shower heads are on that couch?
18, bitch.
No.
Who the hell's taking a shower on a couch?
Sean, no.
I'm rich, bitch.
No.
That's flat Earth science. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Us flat earthers.
You're not a flat
have
earther.
a minimum. We have a minimum of 8 orbiting flat Earth heads. Okay. Just a minimum.
Someone has to do that now. Someone has to do the sun, and then you've got to have like a small flat earther as Mercury, and then you've got to have Nodell, Oakley, Jeranism,
we have 8
Arwen,
flat Earth heads.
Spurs, and put all the heads as the planets, and then have them orbit and go, look.
Davies, you just got it. Dude, you're on track right now. You're on track.
Yeah.
Nathan Thompson,
do it, Sean.
Sour heads, he meant that as the solar system. Right?
Or was he just referring to the heads of flat Earth?
Okay, so someone Marty in the chat was asking, like, he was like, so Spurs is the one that floats these trail balloons? Yeah, or the trial balloons? Yes, 100%. And I have all the proof in the world. I said it from day one. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The day I still got OBS, I pretty much had like every minute recorded that I'm online. If you guys heard, the Spurs rants, oh my god, we got into it about the ISS and if it was real or not. And Spurs was saying, because when it blacks out the live feed, he was saying that was them hiding the flat Earth. He said I was an instant shill because I had a live feed that lasted longer than his.
Why are you worried about fucking, what's his nuts? Why are you worried about that guy?
Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I have come and gone past him. Aaron, again, you're a youngin', you're a noob here. I've been around Spurs for about 3.5 years, and for that 3.5 years, I begged to debate him. About 8 months ago, I realized he was useless, and I won't even have a conversation with him anymore. Let alone even welcome him on my. I'd kick him out of my chat.
I never got on Discord or whatever you guys got on. My first really let's say public interaction with Flat Earth was with fucking Riley when he was I don't know how my feed just came to me. I was YouTubing something else, and this thing came up and said,
apologetics. Where do we go?
Riley debunks Miles, whatever his name is, the guy that did the calculator. And so I clicked on that, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this? And then it led me to Nathan's Flat Earth right there. And it was in show 76, which is probably in about halfway through 2015, January or June of 2015. And that's when I got started on it. So you guys, but you guys, I don't have Discord, I don't have Skype, I don't have Twitter, I don't have all
You
that.
realize these guys haven't been on Discord for as long as you think, Aaron.
Yeah, I know. That's what I got.
On YouTube. The whole like YouTube community just got to Discord. It's just Discord's been around.
It's only been 6 months.
Yeah, but the YouTube side of things just got there. We all just got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on Discord since it first started up for games.
I've been on
and stuff
Discord
like that.
for about 2 years.
Well, we've been there for about 2 YouTube been around 2 years now, but like we're just now like actually using it for what it's used for, like how it's supposed to be used and figuring all that crap out and actually being over there. Like I'm over at Discord more than I'm here in YouTube now, but I'm
Devos and Sean. I also have a Discord account that I started about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half, but there was nothing there. Like, I didn't know how to start it, how to do it.
One of the things I've noticed about Discord is if you're not a gaming server, like we're not gaming servers. Like most of the stuff over there. If you're not a gaming server, you pretty much have to get the invite, unless you won't just see it. If you're in a server right now, it's because you got an invite link to go there.
Yeah. It's really hard to look them up. There are places to look them up, but you can't go into Discord and look them up.
Yeah,
because you'll never find them. You'll never find them.
So Sean Smith, like, if I want to link Sean Z's Discord, you could send it to me, and as long as I have an account there.
As long as you have an invite.
Yeah, you can get a.
My bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can get a link. Anybody can send you a link. And then once you get the link into Discord, then you just go and join up, and it's up to the owner of the server to let you join or
let you in.
What happens on that server, Sean? Like what am I expecting?
Oh, all sorts of fun stuff. There is so much fun stuff that goes on that server, dude. You are missing out.
You're gonna blow in the bag before you come on my server or on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Terry has a Discord link.
Terry and I are like, we closed them.
Oh my! I need to get with the times.
Sorry, Aaron, you just stay over here. You stay on.
Yeah.
If Aaron went to 24/7, his mind would be blown.
Oh yeah. You have to change your mindset when you get into 24/7. You have to go, okay, everything I'm about to hear is going to be bullshit, and I just have to remember that none of it's real.
I promise you, right now, Aaron would get booted.
All right, that's easy, Davos. Yeah, go ahead.
Aaron, you'd get booted the moment you said hi.
Why? Why is that? Why would I get booted?
You're very obvious with your troll.
Aaron, maybe I should send you a link to Flat Earth's Reddit account that I recently found. You should go over there and ask some questions.
He ask him about gas pressure.
Sean, I don't have too many questions, right?
No, you're
What are you talking about?
That was a question.
For
That was-
Discord.
Even that was a
for
question.
Discord, yeah. I do have a bunch of questions for you guys. But
Yes,
not,
but Aaron, to go into the 24/7 Discord, to get a voice role, you actually have to be interviewed. And as soon as you start asking questions, they would know you're not a flat earther.
is Discord, is that a certified science based channel where, scientists go there and
asshole. Aaron has been there before.
Or not.
Aaron's an asshole. He's
Aaron's just trolling.
Yeah,
Aaron's trolling.
Well, I was just going to answer and say, yeah, science built Discord.
Hey, Sean, I understand how that works. Yes, I understand how the internet works. I understand how virtual media works. Yes, you're right.
Do you?
Science.
Wait, Aaron, do you?
Okay, Aaron, I don't, so please explain it to me.
Yes.
What? So,
I thought he was going to ask a question. It sounded like you choked. It sounded like you choked.
no, Aaron, come on. Explain to me how the internet works, please.
Wait. Okay.
Yes.
I think we posted Aaron's brain too high. He is a little stupid still.
Dude, it sounded like the guy choked. So I was like, yeah. Like,
how did he choke? He said, "Can you please explain to me how the internet works?" Go, and you said yes.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, you can explain it. Yeah, you
I can explain exactly how the internet works. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
To Digis 10s. That's Terry 10s.
That's not how it works. That's how it sends information.
And 1010. There's me, and that's how it works.
No. Oh no.
That didn't help me much, Aaron. Can you go into more detail, please?
Yeah, throw a few more zeros and ones in.
I'm sorry. Who's the one that asked me that question? What was his name?
That's me, Aaron. Them.
Yeah, it would be they. They are the ones that invented the internet.
They and them. Yeah, they and them. I am not Al Gore, so I didn't invent the internet.
Wait,
so
you're
That's not the question.
Wait, since when did Al Gore?
I'm not sure exactly how you're talking to me right now because I'm not the smartest guy on the planet.
Wait, Aaron.
Yeah.
When did Al Gore invent the internet?
Yeah, who's Al Gore?
Al Gore
Is he a flat earther?
No, he's the man bear pig.
Excuse me?
Haven't you seen South Park's rendition of Al Gore and his investigations into the man bear pig, who is 50% man, 50% pig, and 50% bear?
No, I don't watch gay shit. I told you.
Yeah,
we already established where we stand on those lines, digital, and I ain't on that line. I don't watch South Park.
But they predicted your president as long as Simpsons.
And I don't know what a gay fish is. And until someone explains it to me, I don't care.
I'm with you, Sean. I've got no idea about this South Park.
Terry,
So wait a minute, Davies, there's one question. Is that flat Earth science? 50% person, 50% bear, and 50% pig.
Yes.
Okay.
Told you, we're going to make up a new word for flat Earth science.
Isn't that a
You can't
homunculi?
use that word.
What was that, Sean?
Isn't that a homunculi?
A homunculi.
And a homunculus is a normally proportioned person who's just small.
No, it's supposed to be a mix of a human and an animal. I watch Full Metal Alchemist. That's a cool show.
Oh, hang on. You
that's
on
a
me
great
for
show,
watching
yeah.
South Park, but you watch Full Metal Alchemist that talks about a boy that's got an arm made of metal that's organic.
Yeah, it's badass. It's fucking badass. Yes.
Yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist. It's pretty killer.
Hey, Deborah.
It is.
Brotherhood
Hey,
was
Deborah.
brilliant.
Yeah, okay. So Scar's tattoos, the reconstruction, deconstruction.
Yeah.
I'm getting that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get that on my both arms.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know when, but that's the plan.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nerd.
Deborah.
Damn right. But I'm a cool nerd.
Hey, Deborah.
Yo.
Have you ever seen Full Metal without a jacket? Oh, it's a great one.
That was pretty funny.
You guys,
You know,
you guys
never
have to
seen-
Google search that one.
You know that's just a bullet, right?
Yeah, but do you know it is not a bullet?
Yes. Yes.
It's called Aaron. That's what's not a bullet. It's called Aaron.
Shut up,
Devros, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Without showing me a picture, what proof of the globe do you have?
Sunsets.
Without showing me a picture.
Yeah. Sunsets.
Perspective. Okay, go. Next one.
Sunsets up due to perspective, buddy.
Hey, it's not an argument.
Wait a minute.
It's not an argument.
I'm going
I
to disagree
said-
with that. I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to say it is perspective. Because of
Absolutely.
where you are, it
Absolutely.
applies to what your sunset looks like. And we all know that the sun isn't crossing our skies, therefore it's our perception of it. It's not actually what is happening. So yeah, I think sunsets are your perception.
Yeah, perception, not perspective. Two different words.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Shut up,
You
Sharon.
said
Next
that
one.
Aaron,
Next one.
flat earth trick of evading question and changing the subject.
I'm halfway
Next
there.
one. Go, Davos. Next one. Perspective.
Vega
You said
Star.
sunset. I said perspective. Go ahead. Go.
Vega Star.
What is Vega Star?
Right then.
Okay,
Conversation's over.
You're talking about the southern pole star, right?
I'm not talking about Sigma Octantis.
Well, you said Vega. What is that?
Yeah, Vega Star.
Okay. What?
Okay. What's your North Star?
I can see it. It's fine. What?
What
worry
is
about
your
that.
North Star?
I would say it's where it is. It's right there.
Aaron, what's the name?
It's called Polaris, Sean.
Right, okay. Vega Star is going to replace Polaris as the North Star in a couple of thousand years. But guess what?
No.
I can currently see it in the southern hemisphere.
Okay. Other than pictures and sunsets
Stars.
and sunsets, what is your proof for globe Earth? Demonic.
The moon.
Eclipses?
Yeah, other than looking to the stars, what is your proof for globe Earth?
It's
Well,
not
wait a
proof, it's
minute.
evidence.
Well, wait a minute, Aaron. How much evidence do you need? I mean, let's put a limit on it. 5?
No. Let's put the full bore on it. Let's go full bore, Sean. Let's
Well,
go.
how much evidence do you need?
Is it?
What's the problem with looking at the heavens then if we're going full bore evidence for a globe Earth?
You don't look up to see what you're standing on. You never do that, ever. You don't look up to the ceiling.
that's
You
it.
go, I'm
Oh,
standing
but
on the
look, see,
floor.
he's adding parameters to this evidence now.
That non sequitur or whatever the word is?
No parameters. I'm leaving it wide open.
But you just added a parameter. I have to make an observation from the ground.
I did put a parameter. I said except for pictures.
Yeah.
That was my parameter. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
the
I'm
only
sorry about
parameter. And I gave you 3 evidences.
Give me one. So except for pictures, what is
I
your
gave you
evidence for
3 that you don't need photos for.
You said sunset. Meh.
Okay, you don't need a
That's
photo
not-
to watch the sun set. You don't need a photo to see that the moon is round. You also only need a telescope to be able to see Vega Star.
You keep looking up. Why are you doing that? Why?
What about
But you
the
didn't
three
tell
sticks in
me.
the ground one?
Yeah, you didn't tell me I couldn't use the stars as my evidence.
Yeah, but you don't... Okay, so you have a picture of those stars, right?
I just explained to you, you
I
can
told
do
you
all
can't
these
use
observations without a camera.
You can't use pictures. So, when you look up, you can't take a picture and bring it back to me and goes, yep, that's proof.
Right? You just told me without pictures.
But Aaron, he just told you that he wasn't using a picture. He said go outside and take a look for yourself.
Sean.
I'm not going to save you. You're on your own, buddy.
Listen, if I don't have a camera, then I cannot take the same picture as Davros. Right,
but
Sean?
you told me
We're not talking
name me
about
an
pictures,
evidence
Aaron.
without a picture.
Yeah, without a
Can't use
picture.
pictures. Yeah, you can't use pictures.
Yeah, so why would you ask me about a picture?
Yeah, leave Sean out of this.
Yeah, for real. I'm just trying to hang back, man. I'm about to go.
Yeah, he's getting stoned, hanging back.
We're taking
over
the
mess of this question.
Sean,
you just sit back, Sean. We're right.
But my son.
Hey, you know what?
Listen. My son.
So Davos,
Hang on, Aaron. My son is at his mother's. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm an adult. I live in California, where it is 100% legal. So fuck everyone.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Doesn't need to have a photo.
All right, Aaron. So instead of us trying to prove the globe to you and you disproving the globe, why don't you present us positive evidence for the flat Earth?
Can you show me any proof?
That's us showing you. You're going to show us.
That is not a picture. That was my original claim. My original ask for my original.
And you were supplied with that.
No. You guys looked up and didn't look down to the globe. Right? Your globe is down here. You guys looked up to prove what you stand on. That's not valid. You cannot do that. What?
Aaron, but here's part of the issue is
because I could do the same thing, Sean.
Yeah, but Aaron,
right? I could do the same thing.
If you go outside and look up at the cloud, do you know why that cloud is hanging below the stars?
Well, Sean, we didn't talk about what a cloud is, first of all.
Yeah. Do you know why we have clouds? Do you know why we have clouds?
Pressure gradient.
Absolutely, I know why. Right?
Okay. Can you explain it to me?
Clouds
without using pictures?
Well, hold on. What? Why are you trying to turn this around right now? Hold on.
Is he trying to invoke the Travis?
Without a picture, what evidence do you guys have of a globe?
I've already given you 3.
Without a picture, what evidence do you have of a globe?
You ready?
A globe Earth.
You ready?
A globe Earth.
You ready? You ready?
Earth.
Ready?
Earth.
Ready?
Earth.
Ready?
Earth.
Ready? You ready?
Without a picture, what
Okay.
do you guys have for evidence of a globe Earth?
All observations made and recorded.
You're looking to the stars, though, Sean.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about all of them.
You're being a dreamer.
All of
That's
them.
what dreamers do. Right?
All.
Dreamers do.
Name one. Okay, ready? I said all of them, Aaron. Name one that doesn't.
Without a picture.
I said all the observations made and recorded. Now you name one of those that doesn't work.
I would like to see one.
No.
That
No.
doesn't involve a picture from space.
All of them.
Hang on, you just said no pictures, and now you want to see one.
Yeah, that doesn't involve a picture from space. Yeah.
Okay, I have one.
Well, wait a minute. Now you've changed the rules again and again. But yeah, that should be easily found.
Smith.
I have long arms, Aaron, to switch these goalposts around.
Aaron, you ready?
No.
Ready?
I said.
Aaron, you ready? Here we go. Proving me wrong.
Travis Finley.
Oh, snap!
Prove me fucking wrong, Travis. Oh, my bad. Aaron.
Yeah, you tell Travis. You tell Travis, Sean.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That is funny. Okay, so that proves globe right there.
Yep. That boat proves there's a globe.
Sweet.
And it does more than just prove that there's a curve. It also proves buoyancy.
Man, what else?
And it also proves that heavy objects can float even though they're denser than the water.
You mean a mountain? They can float in the background?
I was
Like
talking
that one?
about the boat,
Oh.
you
Oh, wow.
dolt.
I'm back, guys. Aaron. You ready? Aaron? Aaron,
I'm ready.
let's go. Prove me wrong.
Are you changing pictures or same one?
No, same one.
So what do you see, Sean?
I see obstruction due to curvature.
Okay, cool. Where does the Earth curve start?
Right at that water line, where the water line and the miraging of the boat is.
I disagree with you there, Sean. It's starting directly at your feet, Aaron, wherever you are on the globe.
Touche.
Hey!
Touche. Hey,
Hey, stop.
Digital.
Boom.
You're my boy,
That's
Blue.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, them. That was gold. And
Why would you say that, Aaron? You're a flat earther.
Sean, where does the curvature? Where does the curve start?
At your feet. I listen, motherfucker.
Okay. Cool.
I actually listen and remember. I retain.
And so, if I were to draw a tangent line from
Matter
my
of fact,
feet,
I could tell you. Remember how we kept questioning how far that boat is? I bet we could.
no, I wasn't there.
I bet we. Yeah, you were. I bet we could figure out the average distance of that boat by how much we believe is missing. I say about 4 feet of that boat is missing. Due to curvature and in that miraging, due to the miraging, what's behind curvature, and whatever would be in the water. I'd say about 4 feet. And if we did
what's
that
cool?
and
Yeah.
back
Let's
it
see.
off, we'd be kind of having a
You know
good
what's
idea
cool?
of the distance.
You know what's cool is you guys think that's curvature, right?
No, we know.
if
Yeah,
that
you guys
boat
know it.
is
So,
if that boat,
so I'll
Hang on,
go back
Aaron,
to my
I'm gonna help
original.
you.
I'll go back to my original question. Can you show me a globe without a picture? And here you go. You just throw out a fucking picture. And Travis's picture,
Wait a
by the
minute.
way.
You
Wait a minute.
has to be
You
Travis's
changed the
picture.
rules,
Here
Aaron.
you go, look,
Halfway through.
fella.
Change the rules.
Here's the
That's
globe.
you.
There it
Hey,
is.
You
Hey,
changed
Are you?
the
Hey, wait,
rules.
hang on. Are you practicing your Nathan?
Was my Nathan showing a little bit? Just a tad.
A little bit. Your Nathan was showing a little
You
bit.
should put that back.
Yeah, do your fly up, Aaron.
Cheers to Nathan Oakland, by the way. Okay, no. I asked you guys to show me proof of a globe without a photograph.
And then you changed
How
it.
can we show you something without a photograph?
And then you also changed it about 10 minutes ago. That's why I'm even showing you this right now.
But you were given 3 options to go out and observe yourself without a photograph.
Sean, they asked me to go out and look up to the stars. I can do that.
No, that's not what he said. He actually gave you specifics to what to look at, not just
I
up.
can go out. I can go out on a flat Earth and look up the same way. Right?
All right, Aaron. Here's one that you don't need a photograph for. Hey, put a theodolite app on your phone and measure the drop to the horizon at sea level, and then climb up a nice big mountain and measure the drop to the horizon again.
Okay, is that they and them? Is that you?
Yes.
Hey, they and them. Do you know when you look through a theodolite? Do you know what those? There's a horizontal bar and about 3 or 4. Sorry, there's a vertical bar and 3 or 4 horizontal bars. Do you know what those are called?
Reticules.
No, they're called stadia. That's what they're called. They're called stadia.
Okay.
What does that have to do? I know what they are.
Well,
What does that have to do?
well, because Sean, when you look through an optic does not perceive
Start over.
perspective.
Start over.
An optic does not perceive perspective. It doesn't do that.
So,
it only shows.
So you're looking through another eye.
Say what now?
That's right. You're only looking through that eye.
Right. No. Aaron, stop, because I need to ask you, Aaron. I need to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you do any hunting?
Yes.
Right. So you use optics on top of your rifle, yes?
Actually, I don't hunt, so I was just lying. But yeah.
Oh, you dumbass.
Prime trolling, Sean. Prime trolling. Right? Prime trolling.
Thank you, Aaron.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still here. That was prime. That was prime.
Will be seeing Aaron debacle again this week. Thanks to Aaron again.
I do not hunt, yet I do look through what we call
magazines.
You guys call them you guys call them dumpy levels. I call them transits, right? Just transit.
Okay.
I also look through theodolites. I look through P guns. Sean, you call them a P gun. I call them P sight.
Sight. That's what I said. I call them P.
Yeah, it's a peak sight.
Yeah, exactly.
Price area.
Yeah. Same thing is what I'm saying. So I look through all those. And when you look out through those things, there are what we call stadia in those optics. Okay, but those stadia that are in our eye, do not take into account perspective, Sean.
Why
so when we look out with the theodolite,
why would it?
Exactly. Why would it? Yeah. So when you look out at a horizon with a theodolite, those stadia are at your eye. They're only right there. They're actually right at your eye.
What are you even trying to say right now?
Well, what I'm saying is, when buildings get smaller in the distance, the horizon rises up in distance. When everything goes out, if you look too far in the theodolite, when you look too far.
Horizon doesn't rise
at all.
Go watch Wolfie's video. Tell me it doesn't rise.
It doesn't.
Horizon can never rise. It is impossible.
It drops by over 3 degrees, Aaron.
Why do they call it a heads-up display?
We've had this argument already.
Why do they call it a heads-up display?
It's in front of your face.
Well, it should be heads-down display, right?
Your head's not down.
It's in front. It's up from the. It's up from the controls. That's why it's called heads-up display.
So you keep your head up.
Hey, you have to look down at your dashboard. Yeah, you don't have to do that with that. That's why it's heads up.
Okay.
You make me wonder
and it
sometimes.
displays the horizon right there.
Aaron, you need to practice your troll game more. Go and listen to Terry's stream from 2 days ago, where I was the Bacon Earth troll, and you will see that my game is much stronger than yours.
RT.
Yeah, I've only been in an hour and a half. I don't have all the answers, but I know it's flat.
RT says we shouldn't show Aaron pictures. We should show him an apparent picture.
But that's all you have, right, John?
What, apparent pictures?
You mean other than documents or experiments or things like that?
Or the three observations I gave him that he could do.
Sean Smith, can you show me evidence for a globe without showing me a picture?
But we've already done that, and you've waved it away.
Stop using the word show. Show means...
Okay. Aaron, what time
is it? Picture.
Aaron, what time is it right now?
It's right here. It's 11:30.
Go outside.
10:30 your time.
Go outside. Go tell me where your moon's at in the sky. I want to know the azimuth of it.
Can you show me evidence for a globe?
Yeah. I want to know
without showing me a
shut
picture?
up. Yeah. Tell me your azimuth, the moon's azimuth right now. Go. Seriously, go.
All right, hold on.
Those goalposts, I tell you what.
It's well, there is no moon here, by the way. Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Where is it?
Did you lose the moon, Aaron?
There is no moon here in Texas. Dark as shit.
Is it inside the tent?
Hold on. No, it's not behind the clouds. No.
Must be somewhere.
How do you know it's not behind the clouds?
There are no clouds. That's why.
Okay. Then why did you say it's not behind the clouds?
Because I was making sure that there were no clouds.
Go behind the cloud and see if you can see it.
In Texas right now, I'm at the about 33rd degree latitude north. There is no moon shining whatsoever.
Climb up on your roof, you might see it.
What the fuck did you do with it, Aaron?
He's lost the moon. I was hoping to see that tonight.
I am looking out here. God damn it. There is no fucking moon. There's no moon. Zero moon. Here in Texas. No moonlight.
Where is it?
Oh, we better ring up the authorities and ask them where the moon is.
I want to know where the moon is. On the moon, Aaron.
Where is it? Where is it in California, Sean?
I don't know.
Aaron, have they taken the moon down to change the cold light bulb inside it?
Hey guys. Hey, I did an honest research. Sean asked me to go outside. Where is the fucking moon? And it's actually not visible right now. No moon. It's dark as shit.
Well,
I can see
why
stars
can't you see
left
it?
and right. Yeah.
Why can't you see it?
Because it's
right, Aaron. Aaron, if there's no moon, what is taking away from the heat that was provided by the sun during the day to stop the increase of pressure that we would have in a closed system?
Say again.
Yeah.
Say again, please.
Right. So according to Nathan Thompson, the cold light from the moon...
Well, I'm not Nathan Thompson, so don't ask me a question that you want to ask him, alright? Don't ask me a question you want to ask him, okay?
Well, that just means you're going to have to hit the super chat.
I went outside my fucking shed that I built. You guys watched me build this on Sean G's channel. And I went outside. There is no moon visible. I can see stars. I can see all that shit. But there is no moon. So Sean, what's your question, Sean?
It was impossible for us to watch you build it because that was just CGI on Sean's stream that you were providing.
What if it's perspective that I couldn't see the moon, right?
Well, what if it was perspective that we couldn't see you building that shed either?
That's exactly why you can't see it. Exactly. You choose to use Sean. Yeah, because I'm too small, right? I'm too small, Sean, right?
See, this is...
Oh, there's the moon. There it is.
We found the moon.
Yeah, we found the moon. Yeah, we found the moon.
Here it is.
Hey,
alright, the moon.
I have a question.
I can tell you where the moon is right now in relation to the Earth.
Okay, good. Where is it? Yeah. And where is it?
You won't be able to see it from where you are.
Unless you have
Keep
celerity.
keep going, demonic. Come on, you almost got it. Tell us where it is.
No.
Oh, are you finished? Okay, good. Because I have a question for Big Blue. Big Blue.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Ding.
just say no.
Round one.
Hey, Big Blue, how you doing? Hey,
I'm doing
it was good
great, Aaron.
chatting
How are
the other
you?
night. Yeah, I remember that. It was fun. But now we're on a
Well, that was a
different
good question,
platform.
Aaron.
Hold on, Sean. I'm trying to make, friendlies with a friend of mine.
Hey, you better keep trying.
Big Blue.
Yes, I'm here.
How cool, and this is going to be an abstract question, so it will be you answer with just your thoughts. Okay, I'm not pinpointing you or cornering you. How cool would it be to see? Well, let me go back. Here we go. Big Blue, remember last time I left you, I asked you if there were cameras on the moon, right? Are there cameras on the moon, right? That
Say last time you left him.
Yep, that's right. Big Blue remembers there's cameras on the moon that took video of the lander, taking off from the moon, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Redocking.
Yes.
And I asked you. I
Yeah,
also asked
what's
you
that in the sky moving away?
Yeah, you see that
if
too?
that camera.
Yeah.
If,
What's
Hey,
going on there?
check that out. I got the ISS in my sky right now.
Big Blue, I also asked you.
I just caught
Big
the
Blue,
ISS in my sky, yo. Shut up,
Big
Aaron.
Blue, I also asked you.
Aaron, shut up. Look, I just tracked the ISS in my sky out of nowhere. Booyah.
Big Blue, I also asked you if that camera was able to rotate, if it's up and down, left, right, horizontal, or 360, right?
Yeah, we talked about that stuff.
Yeah,
Why
we
is
talked
no one
about it.
excited about what I just discovered?
I'm excited.
I am. I'm also excited about where the moon's going to be too.
Is that camera still operational, Big Blue?
I'm certain it is not.
You're certain it's not?
Yeah.
Are you talking about a camera that was put on the moon 50 years ago?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. To record the most historic events in the world. Yeah.
Aaron, I have to ask you a question. Right. You work in construction, correct?
No, dirt work.
That's construction.
It's not necessarily construction. I can see what he
I'm
means.
not a framer. Yeah, I don't do concrete.
It's construction. He's being a jackass.
Right. Aaron, have you ever heard the expression, when you hit stone, stop digging?
Yeah.
Well, you should have just said if I'm a dirt worker. Yeah, I would tell you yes.
A dirt worker.
That's what it is.
Actually, you don't stop digging. You just get a jackhammer for your machine.
Or dynamite.
He changed how you dig.
Yeah, trust me. You don't want to be jackhammering that granite too long.
Yeah, your jackhammer won't do well if it's granite.
If engineers say you have to go down, you go down. That's what you do. Right?
Oh my God, you are the most unsafe worker I've ever heard.
I'm saving that clip. Thank you, Aaron.
Don't take it for granted.
Some guys just said if you're digging dirt and you hit rock, you stop going down. No, I don't.
Not keep using your bucket to dig, are you?
Have you never heard that expression, Aaron? When you hit stones, stop digging.
Hey, Aaron, in that case, and just so you can shut up about what you're saying, Aaron, no, usually they want you to go to bedrock. Natural ground. If you hit granite, they're not telling you to go down unless they want you to blast. Then you're talking a whole different story. But
you have to make room.
What you're really doing is side skirting answering the question.
DKG's trying to talk to you, Sean, in the side chat.
In the YouTube.
So Big Blue, back to my question about the camera on the moon, and Jaren's like, oh, we want a fucking 24-hour, camera on the moon, right?
Yeah, I've heard him say that.
Do all that shit, which is not unreasonable, but I'm not gonna poke you about that.
Well, it is unreasonable.
What I would love to see, Big Blue, is what we call a geo eclipse.
A what?
I didn't get it either. Geoid something.
What's a geo
Okay,
eclipse?
you've seen a solar eclipse, and you've seen a lunar eclipse.
Have you ever seen an eclipse on weed, man?
I'd love to see a geo eclipse.
Okay, you want a picture from the moon of the Earth going in front of the sun?
Sure, why not? Right?
Absolutely.
That'd be like the most awesome.
I'd like to have one of those too. You got a few billion on you that I could borrow?
Dude, that
You got some money?
awesome. Hey! Without talking about billions and being being on bad terms, I'm just saying, wouldn't that be awesome though?
It would be, yeah.
It would be awesome.
I totally agree, but the question then comes: how much money is it worth to have that awesome experience, and who's going to pay for it?
Aaron, I'm going to need you to calculate up when the next one of those is going to occur, and then build me something that'll get a camera to it, to the moon, so we can watch that happen.
Okay, in 1968, they did that. So go ahead, Brian. Go.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, until 1972.
No one went to the moon in 68.
They did it about 8 times, but no geoclips. Oh,
well,
wow.
How do you know it happened? I don't think there were
because the moon is only one-sided, right? To us.
Yeah, but I don't think there were any lunar eclipses during any of the Apollo missions.
Oh, dang it.
More to the point, Aaron, why are you now asking for photographs? Why are you now asking for photographs?
Right? We missed the biggest chance ever.
Exactly. We really fucked that up, didn't we?
Hello, you buggers.
That sucks. NASA sucks.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Blue.
Blue, I'm farting with you here a bit, but yeah, I mean, come on though, seriously.
Yeah, it would be cool.
It's be one observation, whether it's the Earth from the moon and a geoclipse, dude, that'd be fucking sweet. Dude.
How about next time we go, we'll write a letter to them and ask them could they get one photo just for Aaron.
I'm happy that, Terry, you're not even fucking with me because I made up a term called geoclips, unlike Ethernet.
I didn't sound right to me, so I didn't question it.
It is called a geoclips.
Yeah.
So is Aaron the only flat earther here tonight?
He's not even a flat earther.
I just don't.
Yes, I am, Sean G.
Hey. I just got to ask that because I don't want to be too hard on him. If he's the only one here.
100% flat, and I can prove it.
Yeah, right. Just be soft on him, DK.
But Aaron, you asked a question and I delivered. What does an eclipse look like from the moon? There you go.
A lot like that, yeah.
Hold on. My phone's all fucked up. Where are you, Sean G?
You need to get an iPad or something.
Dude, that's not. No, Sean, fuck off. That's not fucking. You think that's that's Earth from the moon?
Yes.
Okay. You think so?
And why not?
Well,
I mean, to be fair, that could just be like a dinner plate with a lamp behind it.
Yeah, that is true.
That could just be a light that I saw in my bathroom last night. You know.
That doesn't make.
what we're saying is no. There's no evidence. What are those
I'm really-
other two dots? What are those other two dots then? There, Sean?
Fraction.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the
it's-
lens
it's-
flare?
Lens flare.
Lens flare.
Yeah, there
You
you
know,
go.
I get paid money to put that shit in.
Apollo
Sean.
12.
Hey, Sean, can I ask you who took this picture and where was it from?
No. I just found it. I just found it. No, I know nothing about this image. I just found it. It's look, real shit. Look. I had nothing to bullshit. It says, "What does the lunar eclipse look like from the moon?" So I clicked on it, and there you go.
It is kind of funny that flat earthers kind of like expect everybody else to do the Google searches for them,
Yes.
and then once that Google search has been done.
You
like,
understand
that's when no, wait a minute, Aaron. Let me finish.
Aaron!
Let me finish
Let
speaking.
him finish his sentence.
So like, as soon as that Google search has been done and a result has been found, then the character assassination starts.
Yes.
It's like, well, why didn't you fucking do the Google search to begin with, and then form your own results and arguments for it. Don't just ask us to show you something. We show you something, and then you argue it. It's like the whole thing about the Earth is flat. It's observably flat. We see it's flat, and then someone shows you curvature, and then you go into that's not curvature because of this, that, and the other. It's because of atmospheric blah 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 blah. But you just said it looks flat. It can't look flat and not look flat at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying, Aaron? You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, and that's not a picture from a geoclipse from the moon with the Earth in the middle of the moon and sun, right?
It is. Well, it wouldn't matter if it's from the moon as long as it's from outer space.
Oh, so now you're moving the goalposts to a more specific image.
To be fair, this
I
picture
have
is
the
a prediction of what it
information.
would look like.
So
I have the information.
I know. I told you I didn't look it up.
Yep. Historical date, November 23, 1969. This photo of an eclipse of the sun was taken with a 16mm motion picture camera from the Apollo 12 spacecraft during its trans-Earth journey home from the moon in November 1969.
Man, Demonic, your words convinced me. That was convincing right there.
Guess where I got that information from?
Telling you because you don't give a fuck what the answer was.
So convincing.
Guess where I got the information from?
Where? A textbook?
The internet. That you don't know how it works.
Oh,
Yes,
my.
the internet, the greatest tool of the flat
You
earth.
got that information from an internet. And Sean just showed that picture, and so that is real right there, right?
And Aaron, I'm still waiting for you to tell me how the internet works.
Deborah, so what was the point of telling him what it was? He just wanted you to do a Google search so he could hand wave dismiss it.
Yeah, I know, but I have to tell him I got it directly from NASA.
No, I'm not dismissing it. I'm not.
You absolutely did. You
No,
said,
no.
"Oh, look, you got it from a Google search, and it's of NASA, so it's no good." That's a hand wave dismissal.
No, but that's not a lunar eclipse. Actually, it's not a geo eclipse. All you got there was a sunset.
Geo eclipse means the Earth passing in front of the sun.
Yeah. So look at the picture again, Davos.
Yeah,
and tell
listen.
me that is the Earth blocking the sun from a camera on the moon.
Aaron?
Right, Davos?
Aaron, the picture is not from the moon, it is from the spacecraft returning from the moon.
Calm down, Davos. You'll be okay.
Aaron?
Oh, wow.
Don't be condescending.
This happened before. Hang on.
I want a geoclipse.
It's kind of like Spurkismo. It's kind of like Spurkismo when he says, why didn't they do a 360 image of the moon's surface?
Blue,
because they didn't.
Basically, reasonably, I was talking to Big Blue reasonably, and asking him, wouldn't it be cool if we had a photo shot from the moon of a geoclipse of the Earth totally eclipsing the sun. That'd be sweet.
Nice likes if we got any photographs of the dark side
God,
of the moon.
he must work for a sports company or something that works in moving goalposts.
Oh my! I mean, you all been to the moon? I mean, why not? I mean,
because we weren't there when it happened. You know what we were? You know where we were at the time though. We were on our way back from the damn moon, and we caught a picture of it.
Oh wow!
You just saw the picture.
You were, Brian? You were there?
Yeah, Brian.
Man,
come on, Aaron.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me forget to stop using the word "we" because Aaron's going to be a cunt. Forgot about that.
Aaron, why do you guys have to retrofit your arguments? Once something has been done, it's been done in a particular way, but that's not good enough. You want it to be done in an extra special way with extra cherries on top and special sauce.
Yeah, but guys, let's just remember that Aaron isn't even a flat earther. He's just here for the troll.
So let me ask you. So science.
No, you don't get to ask shit. Trolls get to shut up.
So science stops, right?
Aaron, go do this on Travis's channel.
Once you all get to a certain point,
go do it on Travis's channel.
Science stops, right? Is that what you're saying?
Never
like
stops.
You get to a certain point.
Actually, Aaron, remember the question I asked you back in chat?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I don't. Just repeat it, Sean.
Did you watch Richard
Was it his
Feynman's
PIN
Why?
number?
Did you watch Richard Feynman's Why?
Oh yeah. I saw that question. I never answered it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he means
Did
he
you
didn't
watch
watch it. No, of course not. Why would he?
Go ahead and answer the question, Aaron.
So when
Aaron, did you?
When we go to the moon.
Aaron, did you answer the question?
When we go to
Aaron,
the moon,
did you answer the question?
We will not be moving forward until you answer the question.
Sean,
say no.
Aaron, did you?
Sean,
say
it
no,
was not
Aaron.
directed towards me. I did see the question.
So
that was one of the questions. So, did you watch it?
No.
No. Okay. Well, why don't you take a look at that? It's about
tell me about
7
it real
minutes.
quick so that we can get
7
on.
minutes.
It's all about the question why.
And why not?
Yeah.
So I want a question about when, right? Not why. When.
Well, what about now? Go do it. Look, watch it now.
Aaron, this is where your troll game falls off because you've hit the line where you need to stop the pushing and move back the other way because you were fun 10 minutes ago. You need to go back that direction.
Which way?
Opposite to what the way you're going.
Okay. I would talk about why.
You just said you don't want to talk about why. The answer, you said you want to talk about why.
Oh, which
Make
way?
up your damn mind.
Yeah, which way? Who?
Where?
Who? What way? Why? When? How?
Who?
All of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, and reasons.
Maybe
I
I'm
don't
loving how you guys
Oh
are
look,
so
we can watch it,
confused right now.
and
You
Sean
guys are so
could mute
confused right
Aaron,
now.
and he'd make him watch it.
He's just going to talk over.
You guys are so
Want
confused
something
right
else?
now. So confused.
Oh God! We could watch a video of kittens and it would still debunk you.
Yeah, we could. Now, what did the cat say? That's all right, Sean. Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to show how shit Aaron is.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Okay. So we're not going to watch the video. I just want to ask you guys how are you all feeling now that Jose has stopped with the discussions? It's been like a day, and everybody must be like on fucking like drugs or something just to calm down. The fact that we don't have that open discussion anymore.
Why? Because we've still got a year.
Oh God, everyone's talking at once.
No, don't worry about it. He's coming back in a couple of days. He's taking a vacation while he gears up some new show ideas.
Yeah, but the flat Earth discussions.
Yeah, that's why you guys are attacking me. I get it.
Aaron.
I wasn't attacking you. I was just asking a simple question to the whole group.
How come I couldn't answer them?
Because he hadn't finished speaking yet.
Yeah, go on, Aaron. What do you think about the fact that discussion has gone? And pretty much, it was one of the few. I mean, Sean does his. There's very, very few out there. I mean, you can go to Fight Flat Earth and just get shouted at for half an hour or whatever. But there's very, very few open discussions like that.
Shouted out like all these things you're talking about. What did I do to create this? I'm gonna get shouted out.
I just asked you a question. Now you can answer it.
Fuck! I've been more than reasonable.
And so
he wasn't saying that we were going to shout you out. He was making a statement about another channel on YouTube.
I was just asking Aaron, what do you people think now that Jose has shut down his flat Earth open discussions, and now it's kind of like up to everybody else now? I'm just asking the general panel what they thought, and everybody started talking at once. But okay, Aaron, let's hear your thoughts.
Okay. Your question is, now that Jose has shut down his panel, what do we think about that? Is that a generalization? Can I go with that?
It's not a great one, but it is a generalization.
Okay. I had withdrawals.
You're so full of shit.
No, he so is.
I fucking had withdrawals, dude. I was like, dude, at 10 o'clock, I was hoping for Jose. Right there.
To be honest with you, Aaron, that's kind of like what I expected to hear. Because, there's not much, Sean's doing his one. He's the only one, apart from Jose, is doing that sort of thing, where you can have an open discussion.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where Jose's going to run into trouble going forward, because you will find that there's some people who will want to come in onto the panels, and their big thing will be talking about flat Earth, and they will potentially try to.
Yeah, they'll railroad. Yeah, they'll railroad the conversation to flat Earth. I'm pretty sure of that.
It's not going to go down without a fight.
Well, flat Earth is not good. This whole idea that people keep going on about. There's a lot of channels out there that are saying like flat Earth is dead. No, it's fucking not. It's not dead. It's just a lot of channels have decided not to talk about it.
Jose's show is growing and growing and growing and growing.
That's what they're talking about. Is that they have decided that the debunking and the debating of flat Earth is dead because there is nothing new coming to the table. Not that the flat Earth
and growing,
Aaron,
growing and growing.
Aaron,
because of you guys. Right? I'm giving you.
No, you're just going. I'm going and going. What are you, like a Duracell advert?
I know. I was trying to get a frickin' point across, and I got halfway there. I was getting to the point that
you didn't get halfway there. You didn't get. I thought you got about 4.5 ways there. You already got there. Just let the guy finish his sentence. Go on, come on, that Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the flat Earth movement is still going to be there. There are still going to be people talking about the flat Earth. It's just that the people that debunk it and talk about it and debate it are not going to do it as much as they were, and that's why they've called it dead. When in actual fact they should say our wanting to do it is dead. Now I'm finished.
Thank you, and I agree with you totally. I think flat Earth has got a long way to. I put a post on the Facebook. I'm on a Facebook group called End Flat Earth, and I put a Facebook post up tonight after Fight the Flat Earth's traumatic debate tonight. And I was just basically pointing out that, you are deluded if you think flat Earth is dead. Absolutely deluded. If you think flat Earth is dead, you're almost as deluded as flat Earthers.
It may not be dead, but it's certainly got only the dregs left talking at this point.
Well, that's
But
well.
it's going to end up it's going to end up
Sorry.
going around in a circle, though. You're going to have to start back from scratch again because they've done everything they can do.
Well, I've talked about this on with other people, and I think that the way things have happened. I mean, let's take it back a couple of years ago. There were people putting out videos about they're basically debunking flat Earth, and I did a couple of a few videos a few years ago about debunking flat Earth, and then what happened was it kind of got a bit shouty, following from the non sequiturs started doing their debates, and it got very, very shouty. The whole debate thing, it all got a bit silly, and that's kind of like carried on with Fight the Flat Earth and Team Skeptic and them doing their debates, and it is basically just like shouting. It is basically just like shouting down flat earthers with evidence. The evidence is there. You can't deny it. But that's what it's come down to. So it's kind of like not surprising that no one is going on to debate them, because unfortunately the flat earther doesn't really have much to debate. I mean, they can talk, they can discuss, but as far as the debate is concerned, they don't really have very much, because a lot of the time it does come down to, well, what evidence have you got? And they don't actually have very much evidence, and so they don't really have much of a leg to stand on. And that's why the debate format has died. It's dead.
I'd have a slightly different opinion.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
It's more a case of why go on to a channel where you're only going to be spoken down to and degraded, as opposed to going on to somewhere that you can actually have a civilized discussion between two human beings.
I don't think you're disagreeing with me. I think you are actually agreeing with what I've said. Because that is basically what I've been saying, is when you go into a debate situation these days, it is basically just like, someone with a lot of evidence for the Globe shouting down the flat earther and making him look like an idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but these
no one would go on and do that. No, Nathan Thompson doesn't.
Except for Nathan Thompson.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
The flat Earth side has some very competent, well-spoken folks.
We're not. That's the worst troll you've had tonight, to say that the flat Earth side has competent speakers.
Yes.
Yeah. No. There's lots of confident speakers on the flat Earth side, but when it comes down,
competent.
Competent. Yeah.
Yes, competent.
But when it comes down to discussing evidence, which happens in the debates, the flat Earth doesn't have very much to go on, and that's where it fails. Whereas opposed to a discussion channel can, you're not having people like throwing evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence, unless you've got rumpus on, of course, I suppose. But it's not that. What do you say? Vicious, or maybe that's not the right word.
No. Vicious is a term you could use quite frequently these days.
What, vicious?
Yeah.
It is kind of vicious.
That's my wife's name, actually. Meow.
And it is vicious.
Well, you saw it happen with Aaron. I gave him 3 pieces of evidence, and then when he was requested to come up with one, he had nothing.
You didn't answer my one, Demonic. I said, without showing me a photo, what proof do you have of a globe?
You don't have to look up to see a sunset.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Aaron.
I don't have to look up.
Okay, Aaron.
Aaron, that's not an evidence on your side. That's you demanding something of us. That's different.
Aaron, look, think of it this way.
What
imagine
you have without a photo.
Imagine you took it this way, where Aaron, if you went on to debate Fight the Flat Earth, okay, now he's going to ask you for evidence, and you'll give him whatever best evidence you've got, but then he's going to start throwing, ships going over the horizon, or start showing video footage showing ships going over the horizon. He'll start throwing in. He'll start throwing in, star trails. He'll start throwing in all the evidence that he's gathered in his, year of, getting into debates, and he's going to throw all that at you.
1 year. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't even take that long to actually, if you're talking about evidence-wise, it doesn't actually take that long to gather enough evidence against the flat Earth. I'm sorry, but that's the fact. The point is, what I'm trying to say, Aaron, is you might have a point. You might have something you think that's really, really important, but then you go and debate Fight the Flat Earth, and he will just annihilate you
my
on
point,
so many other points that you will not be able to answer.
Can you show me a globe without?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
DK, he did not listen to you
talking
then.
About.
Without a picture.
I'm not debating you. I'm talking about what the situation would be like if someone like you tried to debate in that debate scenario. And that's why I'm saying the debate. That's why I'm saying, Aaron, the debates are dead because they can't go anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not against you, Aaron. It's not against you, Aaron. I'm just pointing out the fact that you've got a massive uphill struggle in that situation, and that is why the debate scenario is dead.
Sir, what is the uphill struggle? What is the uphill?
Because I just told you. Because Fight the Flat Earth will throw at you so many different sides of evidence. In the same way. I mean, you asked me a question. You want me to answer it? You asked me a question.
But might come from you have
to
understand.
Do you want me to answer your question?
Might come from, sir, DGK. Might come from
DKG.
What?
Just call me Dunk.
What proof do you have of a globe besides a photo?
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know, but that's what I'm talking about.
Aaron,
I'm not.
What proof do you have of a globe besides a photo?
Jesus
Christ! Tell me that. Aaron, say something.
Can I ask you a question?
I'll shut up because I can't even talk to a flat earther about debating. Yeah, I'm not even talking about what shape the Earth is. I'm just talking about general debate situations, and I can't even get through to a moron with that.
Aaron, it's not a question of us showing you something, because we've given you multiple options to go out and do this. So it's up to you to be able to do this for yourself. It's not up to us to show you.
Sean, if
you want to go do an experiment, that's fine. Go do an experiment.
Sean,
but why do we have to show you something?
Sean,
that's my question.
On his phone, he can't do anything. How do you expect him to go outside?
Sean.
Well, it doesn't matter if you show him something because it's just going to move the goalpost anyway.
Sean, if I didn't know you, Sean Smith, if I didn't know you and you just met me on the street and you're like, yo, dude, world's round, okay? And I was a flat earther, I'd be like, what proof do you have? You would.
I would say I don't have proof. I have evidence.
Show me a photo.
I have evidence that shows me that what I've learned of the globe is going to be the best answer.
But you show me a photo, right?
Aaron, you don't even have a fucking photo.
Aaron.
No.
All right.
Hey, Brian and Jesse, me and Sean were having a conversation.
Oh no, you were busy. You were having a
conversation. You prick.
You guys are cutting off Sean. That's not nice.
Aaron, stop being a prick.
You're just being rude. You've been the one interrupting most of the night. All right, just relax. Okay. When you're having a conversation, sometimes it moves on to other topics. We've given you multiple things to go and do, but if you don't want to do them, that's fine.
Actually,
so you can't just keep asking the same question over and over again.
Yeah, Aaron, shut up.
Do you guys want to watch that Feynman Y? I kind of want to. I haven't seen that one.
Sure.
Yeah, put it on.
I see two different types of flat earthers, like we were just talking with Aaron. Then, you got the ones that'll just spout nonsense and ask us questions, but at least you've got some people out there that are trying to do experiments and observations that at least they're having a bit of a go.
Barney? How come I can talk to Barney for like 2.5 hours, but you guys, I cannot even talk to for
No,
1 minute.
Aaron,
1 minute.
The big difference, Aaron, the big difference that night was that you were listening to what Barney was saying and you were replying to it. You weren't just coming back in and asking a question that was not relevant to the conversation.
I was questioning him the whole time.
Yes, but you were asking different questions and having a dynamic conversation versus you just being a repetitive shithead like you're being right now.
How am I being a shithead?
A repetitive
asking you if you have proof other than a photograph.
Aaron, for this to work, you have to stop talking, okay? Because you can't talk over the speakers because it'll feedback. So mute yourself, sit back, and entertain and just enjoy Feynman.
Hey Sean, real quick, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta get up early.
Okay, so
but yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody on the panel, and Aaron, look, if you're gonna have a conversation, sometimes it's okay to say, all right, I'll look into it or something like that. All right.
Yeah, no worries, Sean. We'll have a combo.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye, Sean.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ask you a question. Do you have a car?
A few of them, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, while we watch this, I've got a question I want you to think about. Without showing me a picture of the car, I want you to prove to me that you've got a car. Now.
Hold on. Before you.
I can do that. I could do that.
Well, and I don't want to see a picture of it. I want you to prove to me that it's a car. I want one that you have one and it's actually a car. You got to prove it. No picture.
There's a possible way to do
it.
Are
you ready?
How many legs has it got?
Are you ready, Big Blue?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Where do you live? Where do you live? Because I'm coming to your house right now.
Yeah, but that's showing. There's another way to do it. There's another way of doing it, Aaron, but you're not thinking.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to touch it or move it around or make pictures of it. You got to prove to me that. No manipulation.
You called me out. I'm coming to your house.
Nope.
I'm coming to your house to prove
you can't use Google Maps to get there.
I'm coming to your house, Big Blue. Send me your address right now.
And that means you have failed the question.
Oh, dang it. See, we can't, we just can't make sure it's true, right? Aaron doesn't have a car because Big Blue won't give me his address so I can go to his fucking house.
I don't want the car brought to my house. I want you to prove to me without showing me the car or a picture of the car. I want you to prove that you have a car.
No.
I don't want to see the car.
I'm going to your house.
I want proof that you have a car.
If you get hold of two
I'll prove it to you.
and you push
He just said without showing it.
Turn it around the other way and
I'll prove it.
I could do that.
Where do you live? I'll pull up in your driveway and beep beep on the horn right there.
I can do it with 7 letters and numbers.
When you push these two magnets together.
Big Blue.
Let's watch Feynman.
I'll prove it to you that I have 3 cars.
Of course you feel it. Now what do you want to
2
know?
of them on a trailer.
What I want to know is what's going on.
Aaron, shut up.
Between these two bits of metal.
Listen, guys.
Well, then what does that mean, or why are they doing that, or how are they doing it?
You're asking.
I must say, I think that's a perfectly reasonable question.
Of course, it's a reason. It's an excellent question. Okay. But the problem that you're asking, you see, when you ask why something happens, how does a person answer why something happens? For example, Aunt Minnie is in a hospital. Why? Because she slipped. She went out and she slipped on the ice and broke her hip. That satisfies it.
You're
people.
echoing.
It satisfies, but it wouldn't satisfy someone who came from another planet, knew nothing about things. First, you should understand why, when you break your hip, do you go to the hospital? How do you get to the hospital when the hip is broken? Well, because her husband, seeing that she had the hip was broken, called the hospital up and sent somebody to get her. All that is understood by people. Now, when you explain a why, you have to be in some framework that you allow something to be true. Otherwise, you're perpetually asking why. Why did the husband call up the hospital? Because husband is interested in his wife's welfare. Not always. Some husbands aren't interested in their wife's welfare when they're drunk and they're angry. And so you begin to get a very interesting understanding of the world and all its complications. In order to if you try to follow anything up, you go deeper and deeper in various directions. If, for example, you could go, why did she slip on the ice? Well, ice is slippery. Everybody knows that, no problem. But you ask, why is ice slippery? That's kind of curious. Ice is extremely slippery. It's very interesting. You say, how does it work? You could either say, I'm satisfied that you've answered me, ice is slippery, that explains it. Or you could go on and say, why is ice slippery? And then you're involved with something, because there aren't many things as slippery as ice. It's very hard to get. Greasy stuff, but that's sort of wet and slimy. But a solid that's so slippery, because it is in the case of ice that when you stand on it, they say, momentarily the pressure melts the ice a little bit, so you got a sort of instantaneous water surface on which you're slipping. Why on ice and not on other things? Because ice expands water expands when it freezes, so the pressure tries to undo the expansion and melts it, is capable of melting it. But other substances contract when they're freezing, and when you push them, they're just satisfied to be solid. Why does water expand when it freezes and other substances don't expand when they freeze? All right? I'm not answering your question, but I'm telling you how difficult a why question is. You have to know what it is that you're permitted to understand and allowed to be understood and known, and what it is you're not. You'll notice in this example that the more I ask why, it gets interesting after all. That's my idea, that the deeper a thing is, the more interesting it is. And we could even go further and say, why did she fall down when she slipped? That has to do with gravity. It involves in all the planets and everything else. Never mind. It goes on and on. Now, when you ask, for example, why two magnets repel, there are many different levels. It depends on whether you're a student of physics or an ordinary person who doesn't know anything or not. If you're somebody who doesn't know anything at all about it, all I can say is that there's a magnetic force that makes them repel, and that you're feeling that force. And you say, but that's very strange, because I don't feel kind of force like that in other circumstances. When you turn them the other way, they attract. There's a very analogous force, electrical force, which is the same kind of a question. And you say, that's also very weird. But you're not at all disturbed by the fact that when you put your hand on the chair, it pushes you back. But we found out by looking at it that that's the same force, as a matter of fact, the electrical force, not magnetic exactly in that case, but it's the same electrical repulsions that are involved in keeping your finger away from the chair, because everything's made out of its electrical forces in microscopic details. There's other forces involved, but this is connected to electrical forces. It turns out that the magnetic and the electric force with which I wish to explain these things, this repulsion in the first place, is what ultimately is the deeper thing that we have to start, what we can start with, to explain many other things that looked like they were, everybody would just accept them. You know, you can't put your hand through the chair, that's taken for granted. But that you can't put your hand through the chair, when looked at more closely, why, that involves these same repulsive forces that appear in magnets. The situation you then have to explain is why in magnets it goes over a bigger distance than in ordinarily. And there it has to do with the fact that in iron, all the electrons are spinning in the same direction. They all get lined up, and they magnify the effect of the force until it's large enough at a distance that you can feel it. But it's a force which is present all the time and very common, and is in a basic force of almost, I mean, I can go a little further back if I were more technical, but at an early level, I just have to tell you that's going to be one of the things you'll just have to take as an element in the world, the existence of magnetic repulsion, or electrical attraction, magnetic attraction. I can't explain that attraction in terms of anything else that's familiar to you. For example, if we say the magnets attract like as if they were connected by rubber bands, I would be cheating you. Because they're not connected by rubber bands, I shouldn't be in trouble. You'd soon ask me about the nature of the bands. And secondly, if you were curious enough, you'd ask me why rubber bands tend to pull back together again, and I would end up explaining that in terms of electrical forces, which are the very things that I'm trying to use the rubber bands to explain, so I have cheated very badly, you see. So I'm not going to be able to give you an answer to why magnets attract each other, except to tell you that they do, and to tell you that that's one of the elements in the world of the different kinds of forces. There are electrical forces, magnetic forces, gravitational forces, and others, and those are some of the parts. If you were a student, you'd go further. I could go further. I could tell you that the magnetic forces are related to the electrical forces very intimately, that our relationship between the gravity forces and electrical forces remains unknown, and so on. But I really can't do a good job, any job, of explaining magnetic force in terms of something else that you're more familiar with, because I don't understand it in terms of anything else that you're more familiar with.
Oh, that's glorious.
That was awesome. Even Aaron left. It was great. Can we do this more often?
He never mentioned Etherband once.
Yeah, Aaron got mad that he kept getting muted every time he tried to butt into the damn presentation.
Yep. And I appreciate anyone that helped.
Yeah, that was exactly what Feynman just did then, was exactly what Aaron does.
But
he keeps asking the why of this, the why of that, the why of the next thing, the why of the other thing, when most people will just accept the first answer. But he wants an answer for every little detail.
Why would only be relevant to the amount of details you can understand to begin with?
Yeah, but
fundamental.
Well, that's just it. Aaron doesn't care what he understands. He wants to break it down to the point where we don't understand it, so he can claim we must necessarily be wrong because we don't have universal understanding.
And that's where he trolls.
Yeah, once he gets to the point where
he tried to do that with me and Blue.
Thing is, what people like Aaron would do was say, well, what would happen if you put the elastic band around the chair? Show me that. And he goes, well, no, that's not what he's talking about. He's mentioned the chair. He's mentioned elastic bands, but now you want him to do something that he wasn't talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, irrelevance. But it was that his first question was, Aaron's first question was, can you show me, without a photo, evidence of the globe? Sunset. That was my first evidence. Then he asked for another one, but he didn't change the parameters. So I pulled out Vega Star, which is going to replace the North Star, but we can currently see it in the Southern Hemisphere, even though it's going to be in the Northern Hemisphere in a couple of thousand years. And then that's when he started to think, oh, I better troll this question. I better add some extra things to it. And that just derailed the conversation.
But that's Aaron. That's what he always does.
What do you mean that's Aaron? That's what he does. That's what they
all do.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but Aaron isn't a flat earther. He's not even close to being one. He's just literally in for a troll. Now, I accept that there are many other trolls who are much better. Aaron's not a bad guy at the same time.
I see. Aaron may not be a bad guy, but the bullshit he pulls frustrates me to no end just because there's no reason to do it. He's not Travis level bad, in my opinion. He's certainly not Nathan Thompson level bad.
Yes, and that's the big difference tonight. He was just being a contrarian, whereas the last conversation he actually had with Barney, where he was engaged in the conversation, was good.
But I think it's okay to be a contrarian, but then know when you've been beaten. And that's kind of like one of the problems, is some of these guys will just try to go to the next level of contrary. It's good to oppose things. It's good to oppose thought, but once you've got to the point where you can't go any further, you don't like shift levels or move the goalposts or change the parameters. You can't do that because you've lost.
Sean's fault.
Your fault.
No, it's my fault.
Nah. Actually, you know what it is?
Go on.
It's reasons.
Reasons. It's reasons' fault.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's reasons. The reason they act the way they do, the reason they don't understand when we're trying to explain something to them, the reason they keep questioning us on the same question that we've delivered answers for time and time again. It is reasons.
Here's an alternative, and it's something that DKG alluded to earlier, though. But haven't we sort of allowed that to happen, the fact that some of these debates and discussions have turned into a shouting match, as opposed to, if you can't have a civilized discussion, let's just end it, and instead of allowing the obvious trolls, the people who are doing it for ulterior motives and stuff like that, they're continually re-platforming them all the time.
Well, one of the interesting things about that is, it's like in Fight the Flat Earth's just hours ago debate. You have people in the chat saying boot him, boot him, boot him, and Fight the Flat Earth is kind of like pushing for the rage quit. So it's almost like a gladiatorial arena.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Yeah,
that's what it's come down to. Because
throw the Christians to the lion, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's because like some of the old non sequitur debates, some of the classic ones they had, did end up in a big dumpster fire with people rage quitting. It's kind of like that's what the masses want. That's what the masses want, and hundreds and hundreds of people will sit there and watch it happening in front of their eyes, all going, thumbs down, boot him, woo, get rid of him. Oh, he's a shitter. That's what it's come down to, and it's not. That's not how things are going to move forward.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right? Don't get me wrong. I don't mind a dumpster fire at the end of a debate if the people have actually went through the discussion, went through the back and forth. It's where it starts off at that point. That's with that aim at the beginning. That's where I think everything's going wrong.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think some of them are hilarious to watch. But my point is that is the norm now. That's kind of what things are. That's what they're expected to be, and that's just what the masses want.
It's become less and less about the science and more about the entertainment factor.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, Crash, if it had ever been about the science in the first place, you wouldn't even be having this discussion.
I was trying to formulate that sentence in my head. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, but
if it was about science, flat. Yeah, there wouldn't be a flat Earth if it was about science.
This has nothing to do with science. That's the problem.
You can't debate a flat earther with science. You get nowhere.
No.
And God knows if they've got religion behind them. Oh, Jesus, you are fucked.
No,
we can't even agree on physical laws that everyone knows are hard.
Never
and fast.
mind.
There's not a thing in the world. You can't.
Never mind.
You can't
Never
have
mind
a discussion
physical.
with somebody that does that.
Well, here's the thing:
never mind physical laws. Sometimes they can't even agree on words.
Yeah, I know.
Here's, the weird one to me is they claim they have the second law of thermodynamics on their side, but also claim there's a dome. If there was a dome, it would have cooked our asses millennia ago.
Yes, but
you forgot about the cooling light of the moon.
The cooling light of the moon, as they describe it, would not be enough to prevent it from happening.
Oh,
No,
read on the map.
Which means by that law of thermodynamics they like to quote so often, heat would have to be flowing from the Earth to the fucking moon.
In which case, the moon wouldn't be a light at all. The moon would be a black hole.
Well, it's the only way it can work. That is the Kelvin Planck statement, which is part of the second law of thermodynamics. Is heat
would have to be like
cannot go from a colder object to a warmer object.
See, there's the problem. As soon as you delve into the realms of science in any way, it flat Earth just fucks up. It just trips over itself every time.
I have to give Flat Earth one. I have to give credit to Flat Earth for I've been on YouTube and done my own channel. I've learnt stuff.
Oh yeah, we all have. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Totally. Terry. Absolutely. We've been forced to learn stuff. Not that I'll remember it in 2 years' time when.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's
fucking flat Earth is.
If the stuff that has been learned is put across in a calm manner, it goes across so much better than when you're just talking down to somebody, because then people will actually be more receptive, especially if the person on the other side is getting angry and stuff and rages because you're remaining calm. I think it's far more effective in any of these discussions.
So what do you think is a what do you say is a good channel on YouTube?
I'm going to shield myself. My channel.
Yeah, the Ozzie perspective, because well, it's what we do. It's how we do it. Is we pick, like we critique videos, but it's only to see if we agree with the argument. But other things is we do education and we go, look, that's how that works. This is how this works. This is how that's explained. And we don't pick on anyone for it.
Right, so depends on which side of the argument you're asking your question from. Are you talking about which is a good channel to go and watch debates on now, or?
No, I was just referring to what you thought was a good representation of what you thought was a good way of doing things. Because like two years ago, I was putting out flat Earth videos, and I wasn't picking on anybody. I was just putting out refutation to what they thought, or sometimes even just things they hadn't even thought about in the right way, and I did videos like that, and then of course, like I said, it all started getting a bit shouty and picking on people. I'm just wondering, if what you thought today was a good channel that does does on the tin. You know, it's not picking on people. It's debating in the right way.
Hey, today you are very limited. You've got Sean G, because of the way he controls his panel.
Yeah.
Jose is trying to achieve the same thing, but with 3 or 4 of the characters, and that's coming from the people I'm referring to, come from both sides. When they're on the panel, that's just not going to happen because of the clash of egos and everything else.
It's pretty much the same people just shouting at each other again.
Yeah, but Jose is. I think that's one of the reasons why he's trying to change his shows now as well. Realistically, to get a discussion is very difficult these days because it is more about a clash of the egos now than being able to have that civil discourse.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. And but the sad thing is, you could just get to that point where you just get so fed up of listening to them that you just like start throwing facts at them and
but then
just sheer frustration,
Right, but then at that point, if it's having that effect on you, what good is it doing you to interact with these people on that level anymore, on that such a direct level anymore?
Absolutely none, and it kills your mental sanity. I know.
Well, I've been kind of thinking about that, and I'm on the Shills pub chat on the 7th, and I want to bring this up because there's these discussions, these arguments, these debates. They're all within a certain group of people. It's like the in and out crowd all meeting and having a fight, or it's like the Warriors or whatever you want to think about. But people on the outside don't give a shit, and they're not even going to look at these discussions or arguments. I mean, if you just imagine you've come across like an Eric Debay video. And you go, oh, that looks interesting. I might look into that. Are you going to look through hundreds and hundreds of hours of debates between these people? No, you're not. You're not going to do. You're not going to do that.
No. If you look at if you look back 12 months ago plus, the debate and discussions that were had then actually gained good watch time where people were going back and watching things. But now unless they're well, not even multiple times, just going back. Whereas now, most of the debates and discussions that are going on, it's the people you catch while they're live. You will get a very small retention and view figures and stuff afterwards, because all you have to do is go back and look at the non sequiturs analytics on their videos from 2 years ago till before the channel stopped putting out content, and you can see that the rewatching and watching after the fact wasn't there anymore.
Right. So that's kind of like what we're saying is these things, these debates that people are doing, that thinking they're going to possibly persuade someone who might be on the edge or on the fence of flat Earth. Then it's not going to fucking watch it. It's just not going to happen. Let's No, let's face it, 99% of the people that are watching these debates have already made their mind up which side of they're on. Yeah.
Right?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. But let's say this 1% that are sitting on the fence, and even doubt that it's that high, how are you going to reach that person if you attack their fundamental religious belief, if that's why they believe it, or if you're just talking down to people or anything else? How are you even going to reach those people? Because you'll automatically put up their defences if you're seen as just attacking the person that you're engaged with, as opposed to the arguments and laying out a clear understanding of what we understand science has shown us to be true.
You get nowhere.
So that kind of leads me to... Sorry, Crash.
Boing, boing.
Robot.
Yeah.
.con has started.
Robot and Crash.
That kind of leads me to my next question.
The person and not the argument.
Yeah, that's the saying I like.
But sometimes it just pushes past the science or the debate, and then all of a sudden, the moment the ad hom comes in, the debate's over.
Yes, but this is right. So this is where this is where I see there's two ideas at the moment. One is have the discussion, and then if it goes into a dumpster fire, it goes into a dumpster fire because you've already put it at that point. The people that have been willing to listen have already listened. And you will potentially end up with a dumpster fire. I don't really see a problem with that as long as you can stay away with the away from the personal attacks. Yeah. But where that's the goal going into any of these shows, and it's clear from the start that's the goal of the people going in, that's where I think the approach is wrong.
Yeah. So here's a question for you, because this is something I'm trying to think of. I'm not saying I'm going to be the guy that does it, but imagine, like I said before, you're someone who just watched an Eric Dubay video, and you're kind of starting to question stuff. He's starting to get pulled in. Now, what video, what channel, or how would it all come together to make sure that this person has something to listen to that can put them back on the right path? Because this goes back to my question, earlier about the whole debates. No one's going to watch them. They're not going to go there. So what do you think might be the thing on YouTube, just for instance, that might give them the right information and might turn them away?
Good channels to me at the minute. If you, not to blow smoke up his ass just because he's on the panel, but Big Blue will be one, because forget the fact that he's doing actual demonstrations himself. It's the fact that he clearly actually understands the science behind what he's demonstrating.
Okay, I get you. I don't think Big Blue's big enough.
No, and
remember, you have to use his real name. You have to use Hillbilly Blue Balls.
or what was it, Fuck Knuckles? But no,
Numpty Fuck Knuckle.
Yes, but this is the thing that. Right, Team Skeptic. Team Skeptic clearly understands the science and stuff, and he's very good at walking a line, even when he's calling people an idiot. And his even when he's doing his produced videos, he is extremely good at walking that line when he's calling people an idiot of it coming across, because he's just explained the science that they've misunderstood.
Yeah,
he actually does a very good. He does a very good job giving the explanation, then using an invective as opposed to using an ad hom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now, the problem is there's a lot of people who don't understand that difference, and that's where a lot of this, or the Globe side and stuff, is falling down.
Yes,
because they are going into the ad hom attacks. From my personal viewpoint,
I think you're right, and
I mean, even Simon Dan does it. Unfortunately, I actually find Simon Dan a little bit dull.
Yes, he's very dry in his delivery.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's right. He's right, but he's dull. I'm sorry.
It doesn't have the punch of Conspiracy Cats.
Conspiracy Cats is excellent at it, but the problem with Conspiracy Cats is that it's a lot of it is inside jokes. You have to be in the community to understand the jokes.
I think it's more to do with. Sorry, Blue, you go ahead because I know you've been trying to get in.
I was just going to say, I mean, if you want to hear my opinion of who's got a terrific channel that really puts the great information out there, it's Professor Dave.
Well, Professor Dave's one, his singular video that he just made out of the blue flat Earth out the fucking water.
Yeah,
and everybody in the community just like tipped a hat to him because it was amazing, and it's almost like, well, why the fuck didn't anybody else do that before? And that was the weird thing about it is this, like, this guy just made a video better than anybody else in the debating or anti flat Earth community has ever done.
Yes,
I mean, even bloody, what's his name? Logan Paul. His one was probably more influential than any other, video we could have ever done.
Yeah, but Logan's is only influential insofar as satire is great, especially when it comes from somebody whose entire personality is built on satirical film. It's
total mockery. No, I accept that. I'm just talking about the influence, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to get at.
Yes, but so following on, this is one of the things with Marvel Girls channel that I was hoping to try to do as well, is bring people on, especially not the people who are necessarily looking to debate 6 nights a week, but have people on who understand the science, who can have a civil discourse as long as the other person's being civil as well, and getting it to go back to what it used to be, where the ad homs and stuff weren't the goal to begin with. Like, yes, if it goes into a dumpster fire, so be it, but let's keep the ad homs out of it. But again, this is where some of the bigger channels could definitely help out a bit more, because I think part of what you're getting at is this sort of boys club that some people maybe think that is there, as opposed to that's not. It is and it isn't. But it would definitely help more if it wasn't the same people debating week in and week out, because again, it allows different ways to counter the misinformation to be put across as well, and I think that's what's missing a lot these days as well. It's the same people saying the same thing the same way week in, week out, as opposed to the variation that we used to have as well 12 months ago.
I actually found a problem on someone's channel today.
Uh-oh. I hope it's not mine.
No, I was on Team Skeptics, watching him talking with Fight the Flat Earth, and they were talking about black holes. And they were making some very big mistakes about certain aspects of how black holes work.
Oh boy, they get facts wrong all the bloody time.
Yeah, and I kept trying to get their attention in the chat. I've got a wrench in there. I tag.
Wrench. Oh my lordy! You got a wrench. You know what? I was one of Fighting Flat Earth's first subs. I don't get a wrench.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So they kept going down the spaghettification route of what happens when you apparently go over the event horizon. Funny thing is, before you even make it to that event horizon, the gravity is so strong that your atoms will pull apart. And they didn't even cover that. That was something that got to me, was that it's not when you get into it, it's all the pressures that are pulling you towards it that are going to rip you to pieces.
Right, but
so demonic. I've heard Fight the Flat Earth quote the equation for the circumference of a circle wrong. So
yeah, but that's what. Blue, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is your actual education?
My training was as an electrical engineer, so all I took was the basic physics and chemistry classes that I had to take as part of an engineering curriculum.
Right, and
so I'm no physicist, that's for sure.
No, but here's the thing where I have to give Team Skeptic credit, because he doesn't have that level. He doesn't have that level of formal education, but his understanding of physics and his obvious interest in it means he can put his stuff across well.
Well, Team Skeptic will actually go and try to learn the fucking stuff.
Yes, and I think this is another problem as well on some channels, is they think that a form of education and stuff doesn't actually mean that you know it or are capable of explaining it in a way to allow other people to grasp the concept of what you're even talking about.
Well, that's why you end up with people like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who are science communicators. Who he's just good at talking, and he will talk some shit for hours. They're just good at talking, and that's the way it goes.
One of my favorite Einstein quotes. Einstein said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough."
Yes, and I would agree with that. The similar one I heard was, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it.
Yeah, that's actually an old Einstein quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's actually one where I found Team Skeptic was wrong, because someone in the chat had asked him about what is the stuff that is ejected from a black hole, and he said it was light. It's not actually light; it's particles.
Yeah.
It was a fundamental mistake.
I've learned something today, because I didn't think anything was ejected from a black hole apart from X-rays. Was the only thing that managed to escape.
They've actually seen it twice. They've physically seen it. That it's actual particles, because it has to be something that can reflect light.
But what is interesting about that is that the flat Earth argument is getting to areas of cosmology that we're talking the stuff we know about the cosmos without hardly fucking leaving the planet is amazing, and a lot of it is questionable, a lot of it is theory, but just the fact that we have that, I just think is absolutely fucking stunning. Yeah. And then you have still people on the planet says, "Well, I can't see a curve, so it must be flat."
Right.
You guys can't seriously believe that. You must be living in La La Land if you think we move.
That's the part of the whole argument that just astounds me. I don't know what in the happy fuck a black hole has to do with the shape of the Earth.
Exactly. No, but
I have no clue why we want to talk about time dilation when we can't figure out if the planet's fucking rotating.
Right, and this is where some of the discussions go off the rails for me, I think those are discussions that we should have, but definitely move them away from any connection to do with what the flat Earth is. But it's a tactic that's being used by the prominent flat earthers at the minute to make their arguments sound legit to the people who are supporting them financially and stuff.
Well, I mean, like Riley attempting to use tensor calculus when he doesn't understand 5 divided by 0.
Yes, but I think then if that happens in a discussion, the people who are in it should say, no, you have fundamental problems with claiming a flat Earth, so let's bring it back and let's sort out those contradictions first before you worry about anything that's happening inside a black hole.
Well, I've always said that the problem with the flat Earth at the moment is a lot of their arguments are esoteric. Yeah, they're into a minutiae of details that are totally irrelevant and just disregarding the basics. Like Nathan Oakley has his housekeeping questions. I mean, there are like, I don't know, what, 3 questions? 3 housekeeping questions for the globe Earth. Why does the sun fucking disappear? Why do ships go over the horizon? And why do we see 2, opposing, star trails?
Why do we have a northern and southern star trail?
Yeah, it's like, those are 3 basic questions. But then we end up in discussions about ether band and refraction and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes, but
we do that because we asked. Wait. The reason why we do that, the reason why we get there is because we ask them to bring positive evidence, so they can do one of 2 things. They can either say, "Well, let me reinterpret your evidence as something for me," or they can make something up. That's we put the burden of providing evidence on their end, and that's why we're dealing in these weird discussions, because they finally figured out that they can't attack the globe. So now they can only come in with made up shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 more channels that I have to plug first. One is an older debunker, Potholer64, I think his name is, and Dead Kennedy in Space is really good at getting the point across. I mean, he picks on them, but most of the time he's actually there to give the coherent information.
All right.
Oh my god, that debate he had the other night was just unbearable.
Yes, but right, so
who did he debate?
You're going on the shells, yeah?
Sorry, Dead Kennedy debated some Swedish guy. I can't remember what his name was. I've never heard of him before, but
it's ridiculous.
Oh my god!
So 33 UC didn't show up. Then I take it.
Oh no, that was like weeks ago. No,
that was about a month ago, and then he got banned because he went off on his normal everything's a false flag and stuff.
No, this debate was literally like 2 nights ago, and it was just like unbearable. It was just, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll look it up for you.
I'm still waiting on those idiots to answer my 7 questions. I haven't heard a word.
Nor will you, Blue.
They haven't even tried one of them. I thought I'd give them one that would be easy. Where are the fucking boats that patrol the Antarctic?
These are the ones you're presenting right now, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I answered. This is one of the videos I did probably 6 months ago, answering their 7 housekeeping questions.
Oh, believe me, I do watch your videos, but fuck's sake, there's just so much shit out there. I can't remember anything.
But I stuck this in at the very end of it and said, okay, you guys have been asking your questions all this time. I've answered yours. Here's my questions. Answer them. Not a fucking word.
Yeah, no word.
Yeah, but where are the boats that patrol the Arctic kept? Well, somebody worked it out, and to do it feasibly, they needed 10,000 ships.
Oh yeah.
That's not including the people. Now, obviously, then you're looking at a minimum of 100-man crew on each ship, and then all the supplies that needed to be transported to them. And then, obviously, where were these 10,000 ships built?
You would
possibly
think
be
somebody
saying
would
this.
notice the shit, wouldn't you?
You can't possibly be saying this ridiculous.
Those 10,000 ships, if they were at least destroyer class, which we don't, I'm not sure we have destroyers anymore. Even
the
if they were
population required.
Yeah. Just the ships themselves, that would require more destroyers than the combined navies of the world at least 4 times.
And why don't they see them when they do the Antarctic yacht race?
Oh, it's because they don't actually do the Antarctic yacht race. It doesn't exist.
Oh, is that
Hey,
right?
I don't even exist.
Brain in a vat, guys. Brain in a vat.
But yeah.
Well, right, so
a few questions.
Blue,
Yeah.
I have a question then for you about your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so obviously you started with the flat Earth debunking. That
yeah.
Do you see yourself going into different topics, or
Oh yeah.
when you've had enough, will you stop?
Oh yeah, I've gotten to the point of having enough. I really don't care to talk to these fools very much.
Now, this is interesting because this is kind of like brings me back to a point that I started like fucking 2 hours ago, maybe. But I'm kind of concerned that everybody is so fucking fed up with the flat Earth that it's just going to, disappear from the debunking.
Oh well.
In the meantime, they'll just keep growing because they don't give a shit about evidence or science or anything like that. It's just you're flat, and they'll just keep going. The
I've got a hypothesis.
Zoom Truth will carry on with this fucking flat Earth people find one bombing, what's he
Bottom
call
feeders.
it? No. I think he calls it chat bombing or comment bombing, where he's going in and he's finding flat Earth videos and he's bombing the chat with come and join us, and trying to build a fucking army. Sorry, you can't see me. I'm doing air quotes. They're like building an army to take down the government and the world and everybody because we're all slaves.
That's my hypothesis. Is that it's going to form a cult?
It may just be my incredulity. It may just be my incredulity, but I cannot believe, and I do not believe that flat Earth is growing.
Well, I don't think it is either.
No, if you look at the Google trends and stuff, it's definitely not growing. And here's the thing, though: for every new person that comes into it, just because you don't hear from most of the people that leave it, there's the same number of people going back out of it as well. That once they've stopped falling down that little rabbit hole.
Well, so can I clarify? Okay, maybe not growing, but they're coalescing. They're trying. Okay, laugh at me, you bastards. But no, I think what I'm seeing with Zoom Truth's channel and or what he's trying to do is they're trying to build this body of people. So now they have in strength in numbers, basically, and then from there, you might actually start seeing it growing again. Even if we've gone back to the fucking moon in 2024, I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm concerned that everybody's kind of going, yeah, we're fed up with flat Earth.
I think you've got two problems with that. One is there's some channels who don't have the ability to do anything else outside flat Earth, so I think the debunking and stuff will go on. And the fact is that people want to see these videos. That the analytics are still there to show that the debunking videos are still popular. The second problem is within flat Earth itself, because they have a limited market. there is so much infighting for those views, for the loyalty when it comes to the donations, the super chats, and everything else, that I don't think they can come together and coalesce. Because I think that's what Oakley and Globebusters and them were trying, but you've seen how quickly that arrangement lasted.
Oh, I don't know. You check out Zoom Truth's channel. He's growing his membership in us. He's because he's got like a social media site called Flat Earth People Finder, and he's dragging more and more people into it.
All right, so I think no. I want to ask a question, and I'll ask this to the whole panel. Right, Nathan Thompson keeps going on. I have the biggest flat Earth research group in the world, 125,000 members. How many people do you think are actually there as genuine group members, or other ones there just to laugh at the shit that they post?
Having been a beatard, I guarantee you about 90% of his folks are trolls.
Oh no, Nathan Thompson is a fucking idiot. Don't get me wrong. And I think a lot of the people that he got onto his channel, he did some like weird thing where he was like taking other people's passwords for their Facebook accounts, and then sending friend requests or
oh, what you mean a dishonest flat earther? Wow,
yeah,
that's unusual.
Yeah. No, it was absolute chronic dishonesty going on there. Absolutely.
Well, you have to remember, Nathan Thompson's the guy that thinks that your blood pressure is higher when you're standing versus laying down.
Oh, look, we don't need to argue about Nathan Thompson.
I have another question for the panel.
No, he's a fucking idiot.
How many people think Sean G has fallen asleep?
It's possible.
Well, I'd say
it is possible.
Yeah.
Well, at least he fell asleep with his microphone off. I've been in Hangouts where I fell asleep in the fucking chair presenting the video. Snoring away.
Yeah, Big Blue's done it too.
That was a long time.
Oh, damn it. We almost had the show.
Almost. He came to life.
But Sean's just been sitting back, taking it all in.
Well, my
I'm about to do some of that.
Oh, not at
Sean's
all.
bent as a post.
I've been running around doing stuff. Paid very little attention. You guys got this.
We got nothing.
So Blue, then, to follow up my last question, what other topics are you going to go into then?
Well, the next video that I'm working on right now is going to be talking about the barometric formula. I want to go through. It's not a hard formula to derive. I want to go through and show how that's done, how we arrive at that equation, and then I'm going to take that and apply it to the measurements I made with the butane and the open pipe and all that stuff. And,
does that mean you're going to be under pressure?
Well, they're going to say no, but I'm going to say yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dum.
Yep. Absolutely, and I've got some information from.
Actually, sorry, Blue. It just reminded me. Cool Hard Logic. His information was brilliant.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, he was one of the very first I watched. I really enjoy watching.
Is that where you got the face protection?
Yeah, some of it. Yep. I'm sure I must have copied that from somebody. Well, everybody kept talking about oven mitts and things. Okay. Hell, I had no idea what I was doing. When did I start this shit? 6 or 8 months? Man, maybe 8 months ago. I didn't know how to make a YouTube channel. I didn't have a clue. I just wanted to be able to hop on and tell these guys they were full of shit and get it over with and get out. And next thing I know, whoops, I got a YouTube channel.
I started my YouTube channel, God knows how many fucking years ago it was now, but it was all about tone wood in electric guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people thought, depending on the wood species of your guitar body would affect the tone of your guitar. So I started my channel debunking this whole nonsense idea that wood will affect the tone of your guitar. So I did.
Oh, you debunked wood?
Yeah, I debunked wood. No. The funny thing was right. I did a video, and like 3 people watched it, and I messaged a guy who was talking about this thing. I sent him a link to my experiment, and the next day I was getting thousands and thousands and thousands of hits. And it's it just fucking came out of nowhere. And it was hilarious. Just just all of a sudden being not having a YouTube channel to being center of a massive fucking debate.
That's pretty cool.
Brilliant. It was brilliant. It was a lot of fun. Those days were a lot of fun.
Did you get a bunch of subs off of it?
Oh shit! Yeah, this is I think I went from no subs to 1,000 subs in 24 hours. Yeah. And to be honest with you, it stayed 2,000 subs for 2 years, but
that's almost what happened to me. I had done a few, and I don't know, Bob the science guy watched one of them and decided to do a mirror. He asked me if he could. I said, yeah, sure. And the next thing I know, my sub count jumped by about 1,000. Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, Wolfie mirrored one of my videos, and it did fuck all for my sub count. He got loads more video watches than I did.
Yeah, that's the deal. I did find that out too when they, if they're going to mirror one of your videos, at least wait for about a week before you do it.
yeah. Come on, give us a chance.
Yeah, as soon as their mirror goes up, they're not going to come to your channel and watch yours.
No, absolutely not. But it kind of I don't mind it. It didn't really matter. But
oh yeah. I'm just doing this for fun anyway. It's not that big a deal to me.
Well, that's the thing. Even if it's mirrored by somebody else, and you do get a kind of a little bit of a adrenaline kick seeing it being viewed thousands of times on someone else's channel.
Yeah, that's the truth. But back to the content side of it, I do want to put out more videos to do strictly with the science end of things, maybe some engineering related stuff. I don't know, maybe some fundamental home construction sort of things, because I've got a lot of background in that too. But the thing I really would like to get to is some woodworking.
Right, so then you don't think though you go down the route of other things like anti-vaccine?
I don't give a shit about the anti-vax argument. The people that don't do the vaccines are idiots, in my opinion, and they're not going to change their minds. I don't care.
Yeah, the problem is with things like that is sometimes you've got to actually come to it with some kind of knowledge, and just picking up knowledge from Wikipedia isn't enough to debunk it.
No, I wouldn't feel comfortable trying to.
Yeah, it's kind of like pot calling a kettle black.
But that's the problem with most of these anti-vax mums, especially. Guess where they got their fucking information from?
Oh no, I agree with you. Exactly. Totally. But
exactly.
I agree with you, but it's not us that should be debunking it.
Yeah, but then again, Right. Most of the anti-vax groups are closed groups on Facebook and those sorts of platforms. But here's why I think you can't actually get somebody who is anti-vax onto a platform just to have a civil discussion with them. It's because they've seen the vitriol and the viciousness that's creeping into other areas, like whether it be religion, flat earth, and everything else. I think it's preventing people from coming out from their echo chambers to actually have an open discussion and learn new facts and stuff.
Well, it might be something as simple as the fact that, you know, what I was talking about earlier about how like flat Earth debates are just like clammed up recently. Maybe that's a sort of like a thing that's happened across the board on YouTube. Because, you know, I'm not following all the shit that goes on YouTube. Maybe that's that. You know, I'm just saying that might be something that's happening.
Yeah, but even when the non sequitur was going really well from the point of view of having just civil discourse, they would never get an anti-vaxxer on. They just wouldn't come out onto the platforms because of the few dumpster fires and stuff that they'd seen. Like, because I remember both Kyle and Steve saying that before, that they just don't want to come on because they don't want to be treated in that way. That
but it could also be that they know that they're wrong and don't want to be called out for it too.
Yeah, there was a brilliant thing on the shills with Dr. Bob, Bob the Science Guy, and he was talking about how he will not debate. I think it was on Jose's channel that Bob the Science Guy, you know, was like requested to
oh yeah, debate, and Chris Berry called him a wuss.
Yeah, and basically just like Dr. Bob just like listed a whole load of things that, you know, this guy would not even fucking understand. So there'd be no debate. You know.
Yeah, he said unless it's another doctor, I'm not going to debate the argument.
Pretty much so.
Yeah, but then, right, so I'll give you my take on that. Not much point in talking to another doctor and, you know, just considering they will agree with you. You need to be able to have the discussion with somebody who doesn't understand the science behind it, who doesn't understand the history behind vaccines, etc.
No, but that's not where the academics works for Dr. Bob. Because you don't know the science, how can you say that it's wrong?
Yeah,
that's his argument.
It makes it very difficult to debate, but at the same time, you should have someone, you know, opposing the view.
Yes, have a discussion. This is the thing. Stop calling them debates, because they're not debates.
Yes.
Like, debates are between two people with a similar understanding of the topic in hand.
But
have a discussion.
Was asked to debate an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, and that was my
asked to have a discussion.
Yes,
yeah,
but
I understand your point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how you want things to happen and all that sort of stuff, but there are other people that want to see someone with Bob's knowledge or another doctor of some sort debate an anti-vaxxer. That's an uneven playing field.
It kind of comes, you know, round back to what I was saying about, you know, Fight the Flat Earth, you know, talking to some drugged up Mongol on the internet who's trying to, you know, debate Flat Earth and Fight the Flat Earth, would just like, you know, evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence. It would just like throw it all at them, and they can't fucking refute it. You're going to end up that kind of situation with, you know, in that kind of, well, it's not in that kind of debate with an anti-vaxxer and someone who fucking knows what they're talking about. It's just going to be annihilation.
Yeah, that's why I would say don't call it a debate, just call it a discussion. You come to me with your your understanding of where vaccines cause autism. Show me the facts, and then we can talk about it. We can discuss those facts. That's just my take on the way I would handle it.
I'd agree with you there, because I think in you know that kind of case, it's a situation where you kind of introduce people into the opposite side.
Yeah,
you don't have to get super scientific about it.
No, well,
you can if you want to do, but you don't have to. You just lay it down in the line.
Well, and the whole thing is that
it's fucking wrong.
Why keep throwing information at them anyway? Because they're not listening. For me, it's more effective if you can listen to somebody else's argument, and then instead of just turning around and throwing evidence after evidence after evidence, actually find out from people where their misunderstanding is and correct that misunderstanding. I think that's when it becomes effective.
But also at the same time, it also goes back right around to my previous argument: is it effective? Do the people watch it? Will they watch it? No, they won't.
Again,
it kind of has to come. The videos kind of like have to come out the blue, out of nowhere, and just become viral. But the discussion videos aren't going to cut it, I don't think.
Yes, but again, if you look back to where 2 years ago, when it was people having civil discourse, even as long up to the point where it turned into a dumpster fire, the analytics in those videos proved that people were going back time and time again and watching them. They were showing up in people's feeds because the view counts kept climbing. Whereas now,
I think the climate's changed.
They limit off.
I think the climate's changed.
I think
and I'm having Silverside for dinner.
Is she nice?
Oh, it will be. It's been done in a slow cooker. It's almost ready. I can smell it from here.
Is it vaccine?
Oh, it's GMO. Of course it is.
Is it flat?
No, it's big and it's beefy and it's got bends on it.
Oh, shut up, the fucking bastard. Anyway, they and them. Yeah, both of you. See, this is the interesting thing about the whole thing, about the whole climate on YouTube, is the whole thing about they call it what they call it, they're
the
all
analytics.
Well, no, not just the analytics. Is they're all being censored. We're all being censored on.
But they've all got the platform.
Well, yeah, no. You misunderstand me. I'm using it ironically, but we are all being censored as far as
words and such that we use.
Words, stuff, and even just like controversial subjects. So something like an anti-vaxxing video, it might be the best. It might be the best video ever about the anti-vaxxing discussion or debate or whatever you want to call it, but it's not going to get up there into YouTube's recommended videos. Even though Professor Dave's video about flat Earths, I think that was like one of the top trending videos, wasn't it?
Yes.
It got him 100,000 subs.
Yeah. So somehow these things do get there, but it's just like a fucking flash in the pan, isn't it?
Yes, but this is because it is such a small corner of the internet that it's very hard to get caught in the algorithms. Take Simon Dan and Wolfie are perfect examples. So the mainstream media reported on a flat out hero or whatever the hell his name was, and the fact that Wolfie had responded, and Simon Dan, just as a pure coincidence, dropped a video within a couple of days of the mainstream media reporting on it and stuff. It meant there was something that people were searching for on YouTube, and then they hit the algorithm at exactly the right time. The problem is that for most other channels, hitting that analytic is very bloody difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is such a small little corner of the web.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a video about a year ago where I took one person's performance of Bohemian Rhapsody playing on the piano, and I re-edited it with the band playing in the background. Queen, in case you don't know, and that let my subscribers from about 3,000 to 6,000. And I had like 500,000 views, and it's like that's you're talking to someone who like get 200 views if you're lucky, and I've got 500,000 views. So yeah, I understand how you can just suddenly you can just suddenly somehow get some kind of attraction. But that's the point, that's what I'm trying to say is how if you're doing something as important, like
but
you want to actually get the attraction. You want to.
Yes, but here's the thing: the people that are looking at these things will find your videos anyway, because they will come up in feeds and stuff. Like they will come up in the search results. No. Like if you search for if you go on incognito mode or buy a brand new device and don't put an existing account on it, and you search for flat earth or anti-vaccine, you will find the people on both sides of the argument popping up straight into your feeds. So you will find these things if you happen to be looking at a topic for yourself.
Yeah, but how far would you have to go down the list before you see Big Blue's videos?
On flat earth and in incognito mode, actually not that far. But again, this is he's climbing up. He's climbing up the thing. This is the thing, but this is where
big fat cock you.
But this is where this is where it would help if the bigger channels were having a bigger variation in the people on debating instead of the same people week in, week out.
Well, that's why I'm heavily into the Shills channel, and I really like what they do. That they're promoting relatively. They as a group, they're all relatively small channels.
There's no big channel guys on there, really.
Yeah, not really. But they all kind of like, they're all shilling for each other, and they're all shilling for anybody else who comes along. And I can't.
And they even shill people that are in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, no, I've been there. I said, "Shill me, you bastards," and they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they shill me quite a bit while they're there.
Even though I haven't done a video for 2 years. So I think,
yeah, but there's right.
I think there's
I'll ask the question though, right?
Okay, so I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Get on with it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go
bloody
ahead.
hell! You two are terrible. One of you say something right.
Right. So I know most of the shills, right? So, but if you compare the shills to Movie Night, for example, that used to be done with Side Strike, similar format, but with the shills, one or two of them are very quick to just call people idiots, call them retards, waste oxygen and I think, and is that effective, or does that just put up the defensive walls for some people and stop them listening to the counter argument and information that's actually being presented?
Well, yes, absolutely. No, they will. I'm still waiting for some decent opposing argument, but that's
No. I'm talking about the information that's coming from us. I'm talking about the information that's coming from us after we've personally attacked somebody.
Yes. No, I get you totally, because that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the whole discussion, debate, and fucking on people. But no, I think there's room for improvement. I don't think at this moment in time that even though Sean G has fallen asleep and he's doing this, this discussion thing here, I don't think there is a prominent channel that is encompassing. He says, "I'm up, lol." I don't think that there's like a prominent channel. I'm sorry, we're all bottom feeders here.
I don't even have a channel.
There's no channel. There's no channel above 10K that is trying to do the educational route.
Yeah, not that I know of.
I don't. I don't think you have to, but I think it can be.
And on a singular level, or just like discussing flat Earth, just that, just the one subject. Sorry, carry on.
No. Again, this is where I think the whole debunking community could come together and as I say, have that variation on it. Yes, you have to attack people's misunderstanding of topics in different ways. Some people you have to bring a sledgehammer to. Some people you need to have a more measured approach with, and I think that's, for me, I think that's what's missing now, because we don't have the likes of the non sequitur and stuff anymore the way they were 2 years ago and stuff. I think that's where we're lacking at the moment.
I think that's where Jose nearly got it right, because he was, even though he was ex Flat Earth, now Globe Earth, he was pretty impartial, and the fights that went on inside the chat were a mixed bag of different opinions. I think it almost worked. Almost.
Again, I think that comes down to the clash of the egos that were going on and constantly clashing with each other. Like, don't get me wrong, I went on one day just to tell Rumpus he was being a twat.
Yeah.
So,
and Dan the Waterman needs a sledgehammer.
Yeah. No. Rumpus is a bit of a twat.
Where have you been for the last couple of years? He's turned into a right wanker.
Yeah, yes, he has. Okay, no, I'll take that back. I'll take that. But the problem with a format like that is you end up with just like the same fucking people coming in.
Yeah, and that's why I have the fear for Jose and his channel, is the fact that will he be able to prevent those same characters from turning a discussion about aliens back into flat Earth?
Yep.
And I think
he can boot them.
I think Sean G's got the same problem, because he's got the same fucking people in his fucking hangouts every night.
Yeah, but the thing is that we'll come in, if he's got a topic on hand, we'll have a discussion. The problem is that somebody's generally done something stupid that day where we end up going back to flat Earth.
Just ask Sean about what happened the day we talked about dinosaurs. Oh, sorry, ancient animals.
What was it? A cookery channel?
No.
They're delicious.
Okay. So Sean had a task. He wanted to know about paleontology and fossils and all that stuff because he believes some of it and he doesn't believe other parts of it. You know, like sizes and all that, and where they were found and where certain things were found. That how do you know they're not? Yeah. But I didn't argue against him. I just pointed out things I knew about it. But no one came in to go, oh, no dinosaurs on the flat Earth.
Yeah,
I just want to let you know.
I think it's the other way
I just want to let you
around.
know he's woken up.
I think it's the other way around. I think a topic can hit flat Earth, but it's ultimately the topic's going to be a realistic topic. So it can always start at flat Earth, but it can always meander. It always ends up being the realistic topic of it. Like dinosaurs. You can go into it over and over again, but when it comes down to it, you're not talking about the shape of the Earth. You're talking about, fossils and sediments and it kind of this. All topics are regular topics. It's just you add the word flat Earth to it is when it becomes the conspiracy of things.
But also how yesterday when you started talking about all the Star Trek stuff, the flatties left.
Yes, that works too.
You went nerd on them and they left.
Did I miss a discussion about Star Trek?
I did not go nerd on anyone. I just exposed the nerd in everyone.
Right, well, Sean, are you a Trekkie?
I could have Star Trek you
absolutely not.
To death. I could have Star Trek you to death.
Well, there's a show. If you're a Trekkie, then once a fortnight, AT2 Productions channel does a Trekkie show.
Oh, he's a fucking arsehole. He really is.
Might be an asshole, but it's a topic that goes into something you're interested in.
No, I can't talk to him because I've talked to him and he just like, oh no, he just went like fucking ballistic on me.
He can be a bit dismissive at times.
Yeah, he was like dismissive about the RAF, and I was telling about the people that I've in my family in the RAF, and he was just like fucking such a dismissive cunt. He really is. It's like if you weren't in his military outfit, you don't fucking count. It's like, you fucking cunt.
I think you'd find a lot of ex-military people like that. That if you're not within their branch of the service, then you're there to be made fun of. Right?
No, I know. My family has got a long history in military, and they are not cunts with each other.
No, I really disagree.
They can joke, but they're not cunts.
No, I don't. Most veterans are not that way.
No. I mean purely in a point of view of making fun of them and stuff, done in a light-hearted way. If he came across to you in that way, well, then that's a valid opinion.
Yeah, but no, he just didn't like being put right. That was the problem. He didn't like being put right. He's a very belligerent bastard. That his facts are the facts. That's it. No one else counts. That's the problem I have with him. He just.
That sounds like Rumpus.
He does sound a bit. And actually, when he gets going, he does sound a little bit like Rumpus.
Yeah, just American Rumpus.
It's impossible to disagree with Rumpus. You'll never get a sentence out.
Poor old Rumpus.
I love Rumpus. I do love Rumpus, but my God,
he's not wrong. He's just
when I see Rumpus pop up.
Just one more minute. One more minute. Nearly finished. One more minute.
I just cut my mic off.
I'm sitting here in the chat having a conversation about Terry's stream coming up, and Terry's here.
Yeah, I'm here, Sean.
Yeah, how long into your stream?
I changed it till 7:30 my time, which would be Another hour.
Okay, so I got. Well, I'm not going to be on that long. That's for damn sure. I'm already.
So
tired.
where are you, Terry? Are you New Zealand or Australia?
Dane, them, you've been talking to people.
DKG got it right the first bat. He's got an Australian flag, but he called him bloody Kiwi.
He is a Kiwi. He's a fake Australian.
Ooh. Is that what's going on?
Oh.
Do you know what? You know what's funny?
I can't say anything on the grounds that may incriminate myself.
Wait. I've been trying to become an Ozzie for a minute now, so there's still chance. Wait, hello? Is this thing on? That was the part where
Sean wants to be an Aussie?
Yeah, of course you could be an Aussie. I've been trying to be an
Sean,
Aussie for a long
anyone
time.
can be an Aussie.
Anybody?
John, say that's not a knife.
Just so long as you got your strides on, mate.
I've been saying no worries forever.
Come on, Terry, prove you're an Aussie and throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah,
They're not shrimp, they're frickin' prawns.
We could throw so many Australian fucking. I don't know what do you call it. Yeah, so many Australian. Oh mate, I'm sorry, I'm too drunk now. What's the word? Oh, I can't think of the bloody word now. I can't think of it.
I'm okay now.
Oh. Well, I'm drunk. I just tell you what, I'm drunk enough to be Australian.
That's good.
Aussies can't drink.
You don't drink?
You want to bet? You want to bet they and them?
Yes, because I've went to many Australian bars full of Aussies and drank many of yous under the table.
Well, in the UK, most of the Australians are behind the bar.
Yeah, and the best thing about them is they'll sit and feed you free drinks all night if you start chatting them up.
Hang on a minute. You that's wrong.
No, if you go in to an Aussie bar and you get a nice fit Australian lady behind the bar, and you talk nice to her when they're making cocktails for everybody else and drinks and shots and everything else, they'll overmeasure and end up putting it into an extra glass and feeding them to you all night for free.
Bloody Sheilas.
And an Aussie bar is the only time I've ever got away with have you got any Irish in you? And when the answer came back was no, would you like some?
Yeah.
It worked.
Well, I think we managed to shut up the entire conversation.
Yeah, Sean's went to fill out his Aussie application forms.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you when you made that last comment thing then about the Irish in them. I was gonna ask you, did you guys go back to your place and watch Star Trek?
No, I can't say the TV was on our minds that night.
Exactly. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this so I can go lay down.
What, you're not already?
Oh, I was absolutely.
I
had you guys playing on the speakers, and I was just laying down relaxing.
Yeah, no, I'm picturing you on a hospital bed with an ice pack on your head. Oh, for fuck's sake!
That was only when Aaron was here.
Are we still doing?
After Aaron left, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go lay down now."
Yeah, time for a wank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably about time, Sean. Bansaw's in the chat talking about Crash's shaving his legs, so you may want to end. You may want to end this before it gets totally out of hand.
Yeah, Crash can get on here too, so I don't want anything bad to happen. But
Bansaw, can you please behave yourself?
No, I can tell you the answer to that is
yeah,
no.
I already know. I know Bandsaw. No, he can't. Blue, you said you had something coming up, or?
Yeah, I'm working on a scientific type video for a change, leaving flat earthers alone for a minute.
All right. I mean, I'm actually very interested in that one.
Is it converting meters into kilometers?
No, I don't. That's a little too advanced, I think. But
yeah, because I did hear you guys talking about that. The push away from flat Earth, and DK, I know you believe differently, but flat Earth is dead.
No.
Their arguments are dead as well.
The arguments.
What else do they have to argue about?
No, but flat Earth is not dead. It will keep going.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you go to every YouTube that's live right now, that's flat Earth, and you count how many people are talking or on the panels, and you go over to Discord, and you count how many people are talking or flat Earthers on the Discord server, like that are actually talking and actually chatting, you'll realize something really quick. There's far more flat Earthers that don't type, don't talk on panels, and they're the ones who leave flat Earth every day.
Do you know something, Sean? You know that would be a really good live stream to do. Is to do it live. You know when Globe Busters is going to go live. You know when Mark Sargent is going to do his thing. You know, do a live stream showing what's not happening.
Yeah,
that would actually be quite a cool video.
Well, put it this way. Right now, it says 34. Let me refresh. It says 34. 33 people are watching my stream right now. I can guarantee you there's only about 5 people actually chatting in my chat. Where's the other ones coming from? They're the ones that you turn up back and forth. I guarantee you half of those are flat earthers and half of those are globers just listening.
Or sleeping.
Most likely sleeping. You guys are pretty fucking boring. But I thank you, because those are the ones that count as the long views, and the ones that stayed awake and got bored and left, they're the ones with the short views.
yeah, we could have been interesting. Half of them would have stayed awake and left. See, you got
Exactly. And Bandsaw, I don't owe you a beer. You owe me a beer for flip-flopping worse than Jose. All right, guys. Anybody else? Anybody else want to promote anything? Dang them. What about you, my friend?
Trying to, unfortunately, F.A. Jedi was ill last week, so trying to organize something else for Friday night for Marvel Girl channel. May even be completely off topic and talk about sovereign citizens or something like that there, so hopefully we'll have a stream happening on Friday evening.
F.E. Jedi.
Actually, he must be feeling okay, because he spent all day in 24/7 today.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, that's the same one, because that guy's a dick.
Yeah, no, he's a dick, but he's agreed to the guidelines that we set out.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have one of the 24/7 mods who are coming in to keep him to it as well as a co-host.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Because, yeah, he's one of the bad ones. I hope that works out.
Well, we'll see. As I say, like we're potentially looking at having a discussion about sovereign citizens this week anyway, depending on what comes off.
Well, I will be definitely watching that one. I'm excited.
Hopefully we can get it to work then.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I'm sleepy. Terry, you're going live.
All right, Sean.
In about an hour, right?
Yeah, or less. Depends on who turns up first.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I put the link. I put a Zoom link in the internal chat for any guys on this panel that wants to join.
Did you put it in Discord too, Terry?
I'll go and do that too. I'm going to make me dinner here with one hand and using the mouse.
I just had my dinner, so I'm all good. Sean G, I just got to say thank you so much for allowing me to be able to come on your panel and just talk shit, basically.
No problem, man. You guys are more than welcome. This is, as far as I'm concerned, anything you want to promote or just come on and rant about, this is home for you guys. Don't worry about it. Anytime.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
We'll take your show over anytime, Sean.
Yeah, please do. Like one of the things I like about this is it's a place where, like, I started live streaming 3 years ago, just to have a place to do my little rants. But at the same time, it's like it's a place where I get to just hear my friends' BS when I'm not in the mood to talk. They'll just keep BSing, so I get to hear it. It's a place I want everyone to just have a place they can just hang out and just bullshit if they want. It doesn't have to always be a back and forth.
You know what I like about this channel, Sean?
What's that,
is nobody's here for the numbers.
Oh, hell no.
We're just here to just talk.
Yeah, if you want numbers,
We're
you're in the wrong place. Just look at my uploads. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's all about, as far as I'm concerned, I like, hey, we're all going to meet up and just bullshit. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's what it is. It won't change. It's going to stay the same. It's been like this since I started, really. People change, but topics don't. Or not topics, but the atmosphere doesn't change. So, as long as I enjoy it, and as long as I'm allowed to, I will continue to. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later on.
I apologize. I was talking, and the fucking internet cut out.
Oh wait, no worries. No, I didn't know you were done. My bad. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't even know what you heard.
But you don't know how the internet works either.
No, I don't know how the internet works. It's like beyond me. It's something to do with
Yeah, I just point and click, and if it works, it works. Got a bunch of little green lights and shit.
Well, I was just saying, Sean, that I appreciate the fact that we can talk bollocks with you guys. Doesn't matter what the numbers are. We're not here for the thousands of views. We're just here just to talk bollocks with you guys.
Yep, for good times. I appreciate that.
And remember us when you got like 100,000 subscribers and we can't get in the stream because we're not super chatting here.
Oh, put it this way. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that's not gonna ever happen to me. I don't even want that to happen. That'd be the worst. Then you guys would actually expect something from me, like an actual host.
That's the point where you have like 10 channels talking about how shit your channel is.
Yeah. Like I like this bullshit. I don't have to start defending anything I say. That doesn't even sound fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Later, Sean.
Go and get some beauty sleep, Sean.
Always.
Guys. Take care.
All right, guys. That was fun. I had fun on that stream. That was a good one where I got to just hang out and listen in. I was here. I wasn't sleeping. I had things I had to do, but I was listening in. Definitely want to say thanks to everyone that does come and join and hang out and BS for the time that we're here. Yeah, it's again. I'm not here for those big 100, 200 view numbers. I realistically, I just want to have a place to be able to hang out and talk to people that I know and bounce ideas off each other, argue a little bit sometimes, but in the long run, it'd be a respectful place that you can come back tomorrow night and hang out and do it again. So thank you guys for being here. It's the reason we're here. Yeah, it's not something I'm trying to build. It's just a place I want to be able to go to and hang out where I know what the rules are. I know what to expect, and you guys know what to expect. So that said, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful night, and thank you again.